They assist almost 19 assists per game. That is also 4 more than the Tar Heels. It is a team that is high on the steals. They average 8.5 a game. They went down and they beat College of Charleston just as Carolina did. It took them an overtime, but they have scores. They have 3 players that are averaging one 17.5, 117, 116.8. Those scores are the core of this team. It is a short rotation. It is heavy on minutes. It is heavy on smart. It is heavy on really smart basketball. So Carolina, to me, as they come in tonight, Dave, the defense that we have seen is going to be on full test tonight because this team moves the ball so well. They assist so well that the defense for Carolina is going to have to be going to really have to make sure that they are on their game.
One of the other things I think Carolina's got to do in a game like this defensively, hold Furman to one shot, because as I take a look at these numbers here, Carolina's pretty good on the offensive glass. 1 out of every 4 rebounds Carolina gets is on the offensive side. 1 out of every 3.5 roughly for Furman is on the offensive glass. So in that facet of the game, I don't know if they're a better rebounding team than Carolina, but the numbers indicate that that's something that the Tar Heels are going to have to be leery of.
One of the things that, Carolina, obviously, as they do against most of their opponents so far this year, they will have it again tonight, which is a size advantage. Now, size advantage is a little bit tricky because on paper it looks good. How it actually plays out is up to the players. And what you see tonight, they've got a player in Jalen Slauson who has 68 offensive rebounds. That's a big number. And so that's important for, that's incorrect. I actually misstated. 18 offensive rebounds, 68 defensive rebounds, but he's a guy that goes to the offensive glass. He leads the team in rebounds with almost 9 per game. They're aggressive going to the glass. You look at their statistics, and 5 of their players that play a substantive minutes all have double-digit offensive rebounds this season. That means that not only are they good at passing the ball, but they're getting to the rim, they're following shots, they know when shots are being missed, and they're going to be there to try and gobble up extra opportunities.
That's Eric Montross. I'm Dave Nathan. This is Countdown to Tip-Off. Furman in town to take on Carolina. And big fellas, we're roughly, a quarter of the way through the season. This is the 10th game for the Tar Heels. We'd like to be able to play all 40 here and have this season stretch into April. I'm curious to know if you have seen a true leader emerge on this team. We all know that Leaky Black is the most experienced Tar Heel. Brady Manick may play more college basketball than anybody else, but you get the sense that everybody on this team is looking to somebody or somebodies to get their keys from?
Well, I think there's one guy that's averaging 30 or more minutes a game, and I think that's your leader, and that's R.J. Davis. And you might say, well, R.J.'s not got the flash of a Caleb Love. He maybe doesn't have the presence and scoring presence always that other players do, but he's a guy that is critically important to this ball club. He's a guy that, as RJ goes, I think because he sets the tone offensively and defensively, I think the Tar Heels go. And so it's going to be of paramount importance that when you look at this team, you recognize that RJ is a leader. You watch how he motivates this team. You watch his enthusiasm for others' success, and you also watch when we need a bucket, RJ seems to be ready to go.
All righty. Carolina and Furman coming up at 7. The Reed Jewelers pregame show on the way at 6. Right now it's Countdown to Tip-Off. We'll continue with comments from a few Carolina football players and a look at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Maybe a little more. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. We're back after this from Learfield.
Welcome back, Tar Heels. As North Carolina goes back to school, work, and play, let Janet King ensure your facility is properly clean and disinfected for your employees, students, and customers. For schools, food services, hospitals, and office buildings, call Janet King of Raleigh-Durham at 919-852-1555. That's 919-852-1555. Or go to JanetKingRDU.com. Janet King, the king of clean.
When you're getting ready for the big game, make sure you have plenty of Hampton Farms peanuts on hand. Hampton Farms is based in North Carolina, just like the Tar Heels, and they specialize in producing only the highest quality, fresh roasted, in-the-shell peanuts and snacks. In addition, peanuts are one of the healthiest snacks around. They are naturally low in carbs and high in protein. So before the next game, head to your favorite store's produce department and grab a bag of Hampton Farms in the Shell peanuts, the official peanuts of the Tar Heels.
It's bow time. Sometimes the holiday season is your busy season. You gotta get a tree, decorate the tree, stop your 8-year-old from climbing the tree, buy presents, wrap presents, return presents, hog tie some garland, hunt down those decorative pine cones, and take in the warm glow of red and green traffic lights. Mostly red. Why not drop a big bow box on it? Because with a sleigh full of boneless or bone-in chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, if it's Christmas time, it's bow time.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Hey Carolina family, this is head football coach Mac Brown. As official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, Wells Fargo understands being a Tar Heel means there's no off season. With a Wells Fargo Tar Heels debit card, you can show off your Carolina pride no matter where you are. It's your colors, your team, your card. Visit wellsfargo.com and search Card Design Studio to learn more.
Copyright 2021 Wells Fargo Bank N.A. All rights reserved.
On the inside, a Honda is comfortable, technologically advanced, and loaded with next-gen features. But on the outside, a Honda is fuel-efficient, powerful, and stylish. Like the versatile HR-V, the 8-passenger Pilot, or a turbocharged Civic. No matter what kind of car you need, Honda has it. Because inside and outside, a Honda is the total package. Hurry, they're selling fast. Now at your Honda dealer of the Carolinas.
Hey, Carolina fans, this basketball season, come try made-to-order burgers, pulled pork barbecue, and more from Backyard Bistro. You can find them in the Smith Center concession area. It's hellaciously good. Dave Nathan welcoming you back to Countdown to Tip-Off. Furman on the floor right now going through some pregame warm-ups. The Tar Heels will be on the floor here shortly as we've got the Reed's Jewelers pregame show. In about 20 minutes' time, I'll be joined by Jones and Eric. Adam Lucas, also part of the broadcast. Ben Alexander's here on site, as well as Jody Zeugner and John Essick pushing all the right buttons back at Mission Control. Well, having just heard from Eric on all things Carolina basketball, let's shake things up just a little bit and shine the spotlight on the football team here briefly. It's, almost 2 weeks out from the Dukes Mayo Bowl game at 11:30 a.m., in Charlotte. That'll be on December the 30th, a little ACC-SEC border war just before the calendar flips to January. And the Tar Heels getting some good news recently with the fact that Sam Howell will be playing in the game. Again, anything beyond this one game is still uncertain publicly. But Sam Howell addressed the media via Zoom yesterday. And while we'll get to why he's not opting out in just a second, let's first go back to the first game that Sam Howell played in his college career in Charlotte against South Carolina, and what was, at one point, an 11-point Tar Heel deficit turned in to a 4-point Carolina win after Howell sparked 2 90-plus yard drives to bring the Tar Heels back. Let's go to Sam Howell right now and get his thoughts on his first career game versus the Gamecocks.
Going into it, I really didn't know what to expect. It'd be my first start, and I really didn't know if our team was any good or not, just because it was my first. It was only, we went through spring ball and fall camp, and I really didn't know what a good college team looked like in practice. So I didn't know if we were gonna go out there and beat South Carolina by 30 or lose by 40. I really didn't know what to expect going into the game. I just knew we had a good plan. We're gonna go out there and give it all we got. But no, it was super exciting. Obviously, there were some nerves there. I was a little nervous, and I just learned so much about myself and really this team as a whole, or that team, and how resilient we were. How those 2 fourth-quarter 90-plus yard drives to ultimately win the game. And the defense stepped up, made some plays. I think Miles Wolford had 2 picks, and it was a lot of fun being down there back home. But I just learned so much about myself and this team. Just to never give up. As hard as it gets. It was a hard game for me physically. I wasn't prepared from a hydration standpoint, just because I've never been through something that hard physically. And I was cramping starting the third quarter. I almost had to go to the locker room, take some IVs. I ended up not having to. But it was just a tough game, and, I was able to battle through it. So I just learned a lot about myself in that game.
So that's Sam Howell speaking yesterday and going back a couple of years in the Wayback Machine to his first career game as a Tar Heel, beating South Carolina in Charlotte to start off his freshman campaign. And here we are at the end of 2021, and it seems like Howell's final game could very well be against the Gamecocks once again in Charlotte in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Whether you're in the stands waiting for the Tar Heels to tip off or faithfully tuning in as you hit the road, Marathon has the fuel to keep your engine running at peak performance because you never know where life is going to take you. Now, again, Coach Brown has said it feels like for the entire season and maybe beyond that, he has not expected Sam Howell to play a senior year in Chapel Hill. And again, there's been no formal definite public announcement on what Sam's future holds after this game against South Carolina. But we did get confirmation earlier that Howell will play in the bowl game, a thought that was once maybe a little out there. But after a lot of reflection, Sam Howell will play against the Gamecocks and had a chance to speak for himself the other day on why he's not opting out.
What drove me to this decision was for me trying to show, I'm here for my team. I think the reality of it is, I am here for my team. I'm not doing this just because I want to show people that that's what I'm about. That's just truly who I am. I pride myself on being a good teammate and always being here for these guys, and it just wouldn't sit right for me, kind of giving up on the season. No matter what's at stake. I'm a true believer that God has a plan for me and has a plan for all of us. And I'm gonna just do everything I can and, just kind of follow his lead and give him the glory along the way.
Sam Howell on why he's playing his final game this year with the Tar Heels and not opting out. Jeremiah Gemmel, also with, I suppose, the option to opt out, has opted in to playing in Carolina's bowl game against South Carolina. And the leader of the defense also spoke on why he's finishing this year and his career in a bowl game.
Yeah, I thought about it for a second, but just for some guys on the team, I think it's just, good leadership, just finish what we started. And then, it really didn't matter what bowl game we would have got into. I could have been the first overall pick. I think I still would have came out here and played with my team and finished the season out strong. I think that's just guys just start thinking about as they get older. I think it's just good example for the young guys on the team, seeing that I'm not giving up on them at the end of the season, still going through with the bowl game and finish things on a good note. I thought about it for a second, but I really never thought about opting out of the bowl game.
And that's Carolina linebacker Jeremiah Gemmel on why he's finishing out his career in Charlotte at the Duke's Mayo Bowl. A couple of other pieces of information concerning the Carolina football team. Jordan Tucker, Carolina offensive lineman, will play in the bowl game, but is turning pro and foregoing his final year at Carolina after that. Also, Kyler McMichael won't play in the bowl game. He is opting out, and his Carolina career has come to a conclusion. So that's everything that should get you up to speed on the football side of things. We'll swing back and talk some hoops and run down the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. When we come back, there's a handful of ACC teams in action tonight. There's also a smattering of top 25 play and some games around the area that you might be interested in as well. So pull up a chair and join us for the remainder of the night. We've got a lot more to get to here, not only on Countdown to Tip-Off, but the Reed's Jewelers pregame show heads your way in just a little over 10 minutes, and then the tip-off between the Paladins and Tar Heels from the Smith Center here in Chapel Hill at 7 p.m. Countdown to Tip-Off continues after this from Learfield.
It's bow time. Sometimes the holiday season is your busy season. You gotta get a tree, decorate the tree, stop your 8-year-old from climbing the tree, buy presents, wrap presents, return presents, hog-tie some garland, hunt down those decorative pine cones, and take in the warm glow of red and green traffic lights. Mostly red. Why not drop a big bow box on it? Because with a sleigh full of boneless or bone-in chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, if it's Christmas time, it's bow time.
Welcome back, Tar Heels. As North Carolina goes back to school, work, and play, let Janet King ensure your facility is properly clean and disinfected for your employees, students, and customers. For schools, food services, hospitals, and office buildings, call Janet King of Raleigh-Durham at 919-852-1555. That's 919-852-1555. Or go to JanetKingRDU.com. Janet King, the king of clean.
When you're getting ready for the big game, make sure you have plenty of Hampton Farms peanuts on hand. Hampton Farms is based in North Carolina, just like the Tar Heels, and they specialize in producing only the highest quality, fresh roasted, in-the-shell peanuts and snacks. In addition, peanuts are one of the healthiest snacks around. They are naturally low in carbs and high in protein. So before the next game, head to your favorite store's produce department and grab a bag of Hampton Farms in-the-shell peanuts, the official peanuts of the Tar Heels.
This is the Tar Heels Sports Network from Learfield.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Take on the season with a holiday classic like a peppermint mocha signature latte or a rich and creamy toasted white chocolate signature latte. Bold, smooth Dunkin' espresso and holiday flavors come together. Classic notes of mocha balanced with cooling peppermint or flavors of white chocolate topped with caramel and cinnamon sugar for a touch of holiday magic that will help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes from Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
UNC Tar Heels basketball is on Valley Sports South, your home for ACC hoops.
Score the basket.
Be sure to catch some of the biggest ACC matchups of the season live as the Tar Heels clash with the best of the best in the ACC and across the country. From Tobacco Road and beyond, UNC hoops action on Valley Sports is nothing but net. On target. Watch or stream live on Valley Sports South and the Valley Sports app, your home for ACC basketball.
Countdown to tip-off rolls forward here on a Tuesday evening from the Smith Center in Chapel Hill. Carolina hosting Furman. These two teams haven't played in quite a while. 1986-87 was the last season that these two teams met up, and that game was played in Charlotte, pretty much the midway point between Chapel Hill and Greenville. But here we are tonight. The Paladins and Tar Heels match up at 7 o'clock. Jones and Eric will have the play-by-play for you. We've got the Reach Jewelers pregame show in about 10 minutes' time, but right now, on the heels of our conversation with Eric Montross and comments from Sam Howell and Jeremiah Gemmel, let's get you up to speed on the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. On the floor at 6, it's Southeast Louisiana and Louisville. And then at 7, 3 games, including our matchup. There's VMI and Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons off to a hot start. And then Miami of Ohio goes to Clemson. Also, South Carolina State visits number 2 Duke at 8 o'clock this evening on the ACC slate. Top 25 action sees number 6 Alabama take on Memphis at 9 o'clock. Also at 9, North Alabama. It's the Plains where number 13 Auburn awaits. Louisiana and number 14 Houston tip things off at 8. At 9 for Austin, number 17 Texas and Arkansas Pine Bluff. Another 7 o'clock tilt features USC Upstate traveling to Knoxville. Number 18 Tennessee awaits. Northwestern State and number 19 LSU get things going from the Maravich Assembly Center at 7 in Baton Rouge, and at 8 Arkansas State travels to number 25 Texas Tech. Other college basketball from around our area, North Carolina A&T and ETSU play at 7 o'clock this evening, as do UNCG and Towson. At 8 o'clock, it's UNC Asheville and UT Martin. Some football news to pass along from around the ACC. Florida State's Mike Norvell has verbally agreed to a one-year contract extension through 2026. That was announced yesterday by Florida State after Norvell finished his second season with the Noles, going 5-7. Also, Clemson, who's lost both coordinators. Brent Venables has taken off for Oklahoma, and the Sooners head coaching job, Tony Elliott, the offensive coordinator, is now at Virginia as the Cavaliers' new head coach. The Tigers have filled both coordinator roles by promoting from within. Brandon Streeter and Wes Goodwin are now the 2 Clemson coordinators. That was announced earlier today by Dabo Swinney. So a lot of moving parts here with college basketball and college football still intersecting, and the early signing period is also tomorrow. Coach Brown will speak in the middle of the afternoon about the Tar Heels' latest haul on the recruiting trail, so stay tuned to GoHeels.com and your trusted Tar Heel news sources for more on how tomorrow unfolds on the football side of things. And again, Jordan Tucker will play in the bowl game, but turning pro and foregoing his final year after that. Kyler McMichael opting out of the bowl game to prepare for a career in the NFL. Sam Howell and the rest of the Tar Heels to this point, as we know, have completely opted in and will be playing against South Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Bowl on December the 30th at 11:30 a.m. when those two teams get together for the first time in the last couple of years. We've got another team from South Carolina in Chapel Hill here tonight. It's the Paladins of Furman. As Eric told you a little earlier, a bunch that can score, averaging almost 84 points per game. Furman 7-3 on the season with an ACC win already against Louisville. That was an overtime win, and that's one of 4 times that Furman has gone to OT so far on the season. Furman has won 3 of those 4 matchups that have stretched past regulation. The Tar Heels, by contrast, 7-2, 1-0 in the ACC, and in the midst of their best run of success in the Hubert Davis era with 4 consecutive wins, coming against UNC Asheville, Michigan in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. The ACC win came at Georgia Tech a weekend ago, and then this past weekend beating Elon 80-63. So there have not been a lot of easy outs for Carolina, but to have won 7 out of 9 to this point in the season, it's been no small feat. And again, the Tar Heels will be tested in their next outing. That'll be in Las Vegas on Saturday at 3 o'clock against UCLA, one of the top 5 ranked teams in the country. Appalachian State visits Chapel Hill in a week's time before the Heels get back into ACC play at home against Virginia Tech just before the end of the month. And then we flip the calendar to 2022, where it's all ACC action all the time with a New Year's Day tilt at Boston College. So set your watches and calendars and timepieces accordingly for a lot of Carolina basketball as we barrel towards the new year. And we'll see if Carolina can keep this run of success going here and make it 5 in a row tonight with the win over Furman. This series, by the way, pretty well slanted in favor of Carolina, despite the fact they haven't played since December of 1986. The Tar Heels have won 23 of the previous 25 against Furman. And when you go back to that matchup in 1986, you talk about names like Dave Popson, who led the Tar Heels with 16 points and 11 rebounds. Ranzino Smith added 14. Kenny Smith was also involved in that matchup, as was Jeff Lebo, who's now on the Tar Heel coaching staff. He had 9 points and a couple of assists. So that's a little walk back in time. About 35 years ago, the last time these two teams matched up. If you're interested in how the Tar Heels have fared against Furman here in Chapel Hill, the Tar Heels are 7-0 all-time at home. But this is the first time the two teams are playing in this city since January 8th of 1972. So it's been a while, as you could say, and it won't be long now until Furman and Carolina get things tipped off in a little more than an hour's time. We are about out of time here on Countdown to Tip-Off, but with a quick reminder that the Reed Steelers pregame show is set to go here at 6 p.m. Again, I'll be joined by Jones, Eric, Adam, Jody, Ben, and John Essick, our entire cast of characters here for another night of Carolina basketball. Until then, Dave Nathan signing off and saying so long for now. Our thanks to Eric Montross, Sam Howell, and Jeremiah Gemmel, as well as you for your listenership and participation. This has been Countdown to Tip-Off on a Tuesday night here in Chapel Hill from Learfield.
Welcome back, Tar Heels. As North Carolina goes back to school, work, and play, let Janet King ensure your facilities properly clean and disinfected for your employees, students, and customers. For schools, food services, hospitals, and office buildings, call Janet King of Raleigh-Durham at 919-852-1555. That's 919-852-1555. Or go to JanetKingRDU.com. Janet King, the King of Clean.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to build a brighter future in the Tar Heel State through innovative energy programs that make the electric grid more efficient and sustainable. Plus, you're supporting local communities by empowering tomorrow's leaders. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
The perfect tailgate
All you need are your friends and the 2021 Ford F-150 with the available Pro Power onboard. It's like a mobile generator to power your tailgate all game long. It's this tradition of toughness and innovation that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling truck 44 years straight and counting. Make your game day traditions bigger and better season after season. Check out the 2021 Ford F-150 at your Carolina Ford dealer. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year total sales.
Harris Teeter is partnered with UNC, NC State, Wake Forest, and Duke to bring you the Big Four Grocery Assist Sweepstakes. Each week a contestant is chosen, and they win $5 in free groceries for every assist by a Big Four school that week. Plus, one grand prize winner will be selected for the Big Four VIP shoot-around prize package. Invite up to 20 friends and family for a private scrimmage at the Big Four school of your choice. Visit harristeeter.com and look for the Grocery Assist Sweepstakes section to enter. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans love to shop.
Hey, Carolina fans, the holidays are here. Are you trying to find the perfect gift for the Tar Heel in your life? No matter their age, child to adult, you can give the gift of membership with a Rams Club, Student Rams Club, or Carolina Kids Club membership. Starting at just $25, your membership directly impacts the student athletes you cheer for on the field, on the court, or in competition. Please visit ramsclub.com/gift for more information.
It's bow time. Sometimes the holiday season is your busy season. You gotta get a tree, decorate the tree, stop your 8-year-old from climbing the tree, buy presents, wrap presents, return presents, hog tie some garland, hunt down those decorative pine cones, and take in the warm glow of red and green traffic lights. Mostly red. Why not drop a big bow box on it? Because with a sleigh full of boneless or bone-in chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, if it's Christmas time, it's bow time.
The following is a presentation of the Tar Heel Sports Network.
Every year from 1972 to 1986, Carolina and Furman met on the basketball court. 14 of those 15 matchups came in Charlotte, with 12 of those taking place in the old North-South doubleheader. But since Dave Popson, Kenny Smith, and Ranzino Smith led the Heels to a 30-point win on December 22nd, 1986, the two teams haven't faced one another until tonight. Yes, it's been a while, but these two regional foes meet again this evening with a lot to play for. Carolina looks for more positive pre-conference work, while Furman, already owning an overtime road win at Louisville earlier in the season, wants another big upset victory to its credit. The Tar Heels Sports Network's coverage of the 26th meeting between Furman and Carolina starts right now.
The foundation is set here at Carolina.
In dominant fashion tonight in the Smith Center.
And the way that we will play
goes back up and scores.
Will be the Carolina way.
Here comes Carolina. Quick three. Got it! Walton, right corner. Three, nothing but net. RJ from the right wing. Heels up 11. Love finds Baycott at the free throw line. Goes right down the lane. Gets the scoop in the horn. Black out the love for three. Yes! Caleb, the triple. Davis one-on-one with Couture is going to go up, get the bucket, and draw the foul. Hey there, young fella. What a tough pass to Love. His scoop shot won't go, but there's Baycott to clean it up. Behind the back dribble, and he'll take it himself. Has his shot pinned against the glass. Pass to Caleb for the tomahawk. Hello.
The Tar Heels.
There's the horn, and Carolina sweeps the regular season series.
Are here.
Let's go.
This is Dave Nathan. The Tar Heels are in the midst of their longest winning streak of the season. Can Carolina make it 5 wins in a row tonight, with the opponent being Furman? Jones Ames will have the call of this evening's contest.
Yeah, Dave, it may not have been real attractive, but Saturday's performance against Elon was enough to get the win for the Tar Heels, but Carolina will need to clean up its operation tonight against an experienced and skilled group from Furman. Eric Montross is a former All-America center for the Tar Heels and a member of the 1993 National Championship team.
Well, what did you think of when you saw Furman on the schedule this year. If you thought solid mid-major, but before the holidays game that Carolina will win, you'd have a lot of company. Now let me redefine the image of Furman. They are a team that beat Louisville on the road. They are a team that beat College of Charleston. They are also a team that averages more points per game than the Tar Heels at 84 and averages 18 assists. Again, 4 more than Carolina. And they are skilled in stealing the basketball. Carolina has been making great strides since the disappointing Tennessee game 3 weeks ago. And the area of primary performance that they have demonstrated this growth in has been defensive. That improvement will be tested again this evening by the hot shooting Paladins.
We've got all those storylines on the Reach Jewelers pregame show. Plus, Sam Howell discusses his future and Carolina's upcoming bowl game. We'll bring you interviews with head coaches Hubert Davis and Bob Ritchie. Eric Montross and Adam Lucas answer your questions about the Tar Heels, and we'll check on scores from around the country, too. All of that and more is coming up as we count you down to tip-off between the Tar Heels and Paladins from the Smith Center in Chapel Hill. This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
On the inside, a Honda is comfortable, technologically advanced, and loaded with next-gen features. But on the outside, a Honda is fuel-efficient, powerful, and stylish, like the versatile HR-V, the 8-passenger Pilot, or a turbocharged Civic. No matter what kind of car you need, Honda has it. Because inside and outside, a Honda is the total package. Hurry, they're selling fast. Now at your Honda dealer of the Carolinas.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. You can't drive safely unless driving has your full attention. Any non-driving activity you engage in increases your risk of crashing. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
From star athletes to super fans, UNC Health is dedicated to caring for champions of all kinds. For you, the latest advancements and our greatest expertise are always in play to deliver personalized care with the utmost compassion. It's the kind of care that keeps champions like you and your family in the game when it matters the most. See our lineup at unchealthcare.org/sports.
Sports Network from Learfield.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. This holiday, shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
It's bow time. Sometimes the holiday season is your busy season. You gotta get a tree, decorate the tree, stop your 8-year-old from climbing the tree, buy presents, wrap presents, return presents, hog tie some garland, hunt down those decorative pine cones, and take in the warm glow of red and green traffic lights. Mostly red. Why not drop a big bow box on it? Because with a sleigh full of boneless or bone-in chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, if it's Christmas time, it's bow time.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
This is Carolina basketball on the Tar Heels Sports Network, and you're listening to the Reed's Jewelers pregame show. Carolina basketball is brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza, the official pizza of Carolina Athletics. This is the Reed's Jewelers pregame show.
Carolina returns to the floor tonight after beating Elon this past weekend, 80-63, and while that score sounds lopsided, the game wasn't played up to the Tar Heel standard. with a made-for-TV matchup against UCLA on the horizon Saturday. Jones, Carolina by no means can look past tonight's opponent, Furman.
No, and we'll talk about the Paladins more in depth coming up in just a little bit, I'm sure. But this is a good basketball team, and most notably something that Eric and I think, both mentioned in our opening comments is that this is a team that's already gone on the road and beaten Louisville earlier in the season. So they're not going to be taken aback by playing Carolina or playing in the Smith Center or anything like that. This is a team that is led by veterans and a good basketball team. So Carolina will have to be ready for them. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But Carolina's going to have to play better than it did on Saturday. Tar Heels didn't play poorly, certainly, in the game against Elon. There were plenty of things that Carolina did well. Had its best rebounding margin of the season, had the most steals that it's had all year, really got out and ran, had the points off turnovers, fast break points. Those were both season highs. Heels just didn't feel like they executed as well as they would like in the half court, in particular offensively, and that's something that Hubert Davis and his staff have really been focusing on here in the last couple days.
Also, Carolina has a distinct advantage in the paint, and they did not really take that and use that to full advantage against Elon. They'll have it again tonight, at least size-wise, demonstrated on paper. We'll see how that plays out, but I think that's where Carolina wanted to try and see better. They also wanted to see sharing the basketball some more. It wasn't that there was a selfish bone out there. It was the fact that Carolina couldn't move the basketball efficiently enough to get the basketball in the hands of a shooter at the time when he needed that ball. And I think that so Carolina's offense was a little flat. And then their defense, there were a number of times where we watched Elon drive to the basket, and that was, how quickly we forget, right? But it was the last few games we haven't noticed that, and so all of a sudden we again had, there goes a point guard, there goes a small forward driving to the basket against Carolina's defense because they could not cut them off individually, and that's something, all those things will likely be shored up in yesterday's practice, but it's something that needs improvement.
And, Dave, I think to Eric's point about the drives, Carolina really wanted to take away the three-point shot against Elon, and that will be a focus again tonight against Furman, a team that shoots a bunch of three-pointers. But you don't want to, by taking that away, you don't want to then open things up as well. And so Hubert Davis has been really happy, in fact, since the first couple of games at how well Carolina has defended the three. But they want to get greedy and be able to protect the paint as well.
Yeah, and I think that dovetails into the Breakthrough Physical Therapy Injury Report brought to you by breakthrough-pt.com, a proud partner of UNC Athletics and keeping fans in the game. If there's one thing that's hurting right now when Carolina's on the floor, it's the other team's offense, because there was that rough stretch back in November when the Heels allowed 4 of their first 5 opponents to score 80 or more against them. Well, the Heels have clamped down in their last 4 where no team has scored more than 63.
Well, and I think Carolina's forcing some more turnovers right now as well. Some of that has to do with the way teams are playing. The fact that, think Elon and Georgia Tech and Furman will be this way tonight. So much of that offense is going to start up high and it's almost some Princeton style to it, where it is a high start with a lot of back cuts and things like that. And Carolina's been able to get into the passing lanes, get out and run. And Eric, we were talking about those points off turnovers and the fast break points in the last game. A big part of that has been steals. Caleb Love, for example, has 11 steals just individually in the last 4 games. Carolina had 12 steals in the game against Elon. And so the Tar Heels have done a better job as this year has gone along, forcing some miscues and then making the opposition pay for it.
Well, we always talk about let your defense create your offense. And that's not only applicable to a fast break where you see a run out and a breakout, but it's also getting down the court quickly off of a missed shot. One that you can keep without having the defense set up. It allows you to get into your offense. It allows you to run your fast break offense. It allows you to get good post position. All of those things are predicated on not allowing the defense set up, which means you've got to keep it from being a ball out of bounds. And so Carolina, all of this has been demonstrated. You would suspect that it's continued to be highlighted here in the last couple days since the prior game.
Carolina and Furman coming up at the top of the hour. And as we head to a quick timeout, we'll come back and discuss the Paladins next from Learfield.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NC DHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
The perfect tailgate. All you need are your friends and the 2021 Ford F-150 with the available Pro Power onboard. It's like a mobile generator to power your tailgate all game long. It's this tradition of toughness and innovation that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling truck 44 years straight and counting. Make your game day traditions bigger and better season after season. Check out the 2021 Ford F-150 at your Carolina Ford dealer. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year total sales.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continuing to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recall devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccine. And November is Diabetes Month. Get 10% off diabetic socks for the month of November at Smith's Drugs of Forest City. There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
In the Smith Center concession area, it's hellaciously good. Dave Nathan welcoming you back to the Reed's Jewelers pregame show. It's Carolina and Furman here tonight, and the Paladins come to town at 7-3 on the season. They've already had a wild go of it through 10 games with an overtime win at Louisville back on November the 12th, and that was just the first of 4 games that have stretched into at least one extra session. And Jones, no matter how long these games last, Furman has proved that they are good, capable, and not to be underestimated.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're talking about a dangerous mid-major, and I know sometimes that term is looked upon as like a slight, and I don't mean it that way, but if you're looking for a good mid-major type of team, the two things, Eric, that really seem to stand out to me are experience and shooting. And this team has both of those things. Their top 3 scorers, first of all, can all really score. They're all averaging better than 16 points per game. That is Alex Hunter at 17.5, Mike Bothwell at 16.5, and Jalen Slauson at nearly 17. Also, all 3 of those guys can put the ball in the basket. All 3 of them are shooting at a really good clip, and all 3 of them are seniors. And so they're older players that have been through the battles. They've played together for a long time, and they can put the ball in the basket. And that is the great equalizer in basketball, is if you can shoot, then you can hang in a game with anybody. And so not to mention the fact that they've, as we said, already been on the road several times. They won at High Point. They won at USC Upstate. They won against Louisville, of course. They were close against Winthrop on the road. So this is a dangerous and quality team, certainly one that has legitimate hopes of winning the Southern Conference this season.
Right, and I think the other piece of this that goes hand in hand with experienced players is to have an experienced coach.
Yep.
And when you have an experienced coach, who in turn has players who stay under his tutelage and mentoring for 3-4 years, all of a sudden you get a very mature player that you don't have to be so active in coaching during the game. When you look at Bob Ritchie, he's ranks 8th in win percentage among Division I coaches. And he's not only really good, but I think he's also been clear and able to define what his expectations are from his team. And so you look at these guys and you see scorers of averages of just shy of 17, 16.4, and 17.5. And you look at these and you say you got 3 guys really getting it done, and their percentages are off the chart. I mean, Alex Hunter's 51% from the field, 47% from behind the arc. Slauson, who you mentioned, 54% from the field. Rothwell, 44% from the field. I mean, these guys are shooting a lot. They're volume shooters, but they're also making a number of them.
Talk about Richie in percentages. He's won almost 72% of his games at Furman. This is his 5th year, and he was only 3 years old the last time these two teams played in Charlotte back in 1986-87. But there's no question he's the right man in the right place at the right time. And Jones, there was one stretch where Furman had put together, I think, 5 years of 20 or more wins, and that's the first time that had happened in the Paladins program.
Yeah, you look at just under Coach Ritchie, 23 wins in 2018, 25 in both 2019 and 2020, and one of those wins in 19 was against Villanova, who was coming off 2 national championships in 3 years at that point. Plus, and then last year won 16 games in a shortened COVID season where they only played, I think it was 25 games or so total in the year. So, this is he has found the formula that works there. And he says actually something that you hear Josh Pastner say a lot at Georgia Tech is get old and stay old. And so you really want to build up through the ranks, have guys kind of progress naturally from freshman to sophomore to junior to senior to be playing the key roles when they're juniors and seniors. And that's what he's done a really good job with.
No question that's a winning recipe, and we'll see which one of these two teams comes out on top here tonight in the Smith Center. As we'll head to another timeout, Eric will stay put. Adam Lucas will join us. They'll answer your Carolina questions. Jones won't be going far, just into the Continental Tire Coaches Corner. He'll chat with Hubert Davis in part 1 of their 2-part conversation, and we'll come back and we'll continue. It's the Reach Jewelers pregame show from Learfield.
The MT1 Series tractor from LS is a powerhouse packed in a compact footprint, and it's now available with high-capacity loader attachment. This tractor loader package provides you everything you need to get the job done right. Visit your local dealer or check us out online at lstractorusa.com to experience the LS difference for yourself. Rules, restrictions, eligibility, and participation may apply.
If you want the nation's best auto insurer, look no further than North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Rated #1 in Crash Network's Insurer Report Card, we're the only insurer in the nation to receive an A+ rating from auto body shops in 2020 and 2021. Our philosophy is simple. Be fair, be quick, be the best. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
North Carolina's 26 electric cooperatives recognize the best classroom projects and the teachers who create them through the Bright Ideas Education Grant Program. These grants provide funding for creative projects in grades K through 12.
Congratulations to Bright Ideas grant winner Stacy Unger of Central Middle School in Gatesville. Her project, Teaching Ecology Using Terrariums, is sponsored by Roanoke Electric Cooperative based in Allender.
If you're a teacher with a bright idea, visit ncbrightideas.com.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
There is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
For all your pharmacy needs, choose the Medicine Box of Forest City. Pharmacist Sheila Sheehan provides excellent care and pharmacy assistance for Medicare prescription cards. The Medicine Box is your home medical equipment provider, offering wheelchairs, walkers, nebulizers, and diabetic supplies. They also will direct bill Medicare for all your home medical needs. Call 245-1696. The Medicine Box on Broadway in Forest City, your local hometown pharmacy. Curbside service is available.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Reach Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. That's Reach Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. Let's get to our Carolina Q&A with Eric Montross and Adam Lucas. I'm Dave Nathan. And big fella Colin Brown wants to know if the Tar Heels have changed the way they defend the three under Coach Davis.
Well, I'm not so sure that there's been a fundamental change. I mean, I think that the defense in large part has been less apt to engage at 24, 25 feet outside of the three-point line, but you'll still see on-ball pressure. So maybe the entire team is not extending out, but I think that ideally three-point shooter coverage is you're always recovering to the shooter. You're paying particular attention to the best shooters, and all of those things. I do think that we're seeing that as a standard that Hubert Davis has. Adam, love your perspective on that, too, because you've been watching it. You've watched almost every practice this season.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing, the interesting way I've heard Coach Davis teach it is he doesn't want Carolina defenders to just run the opponent off the three-point line. He wants them to run them well off the three-point line. So he's taught them when they close out, you don't close out to the three-point line because they'll just back up 2 feet, and that's an easy shot in the year 2021. So he wants them to run them off 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line so that by that point they're 5 feet behind the three-point line. That's a little tougher shot unless you're Caleb Love.
All right, next question from Rick Bowman. It's a good one because we see, he sees Coach Holliday, for instance, sitting behind the bench from time to time. He wants to know, in addition to that, how many other former Carolina coaches are coming to games these days?
Well, there's this guy, Roy Williams, who's been quite a regular. Eddie Fogler has now moved to Chapel Hill, and he's a regular at practice. I haven't seen him quite as much at games. And timely question, because I think, Eric, did I see Les Robinson walk in wearing a purple sweater? He's from that South Carolina area, of course, former head coach at NC State. Looks to be here supporting the Paladins this evening.
All righty, good stuff in our Carolina Q&A as we send things over to Jones, who is joined by Coach Davis in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. It's brought to you by Continental Tire. Driving confidence no matter the surface, no matter the season. For a tire dealer near you, visit ContinentalTire.com.
Carolina faces Furman in the Smith Center tonight. I'm with the head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis, inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. And, Coach, after the Elon game, you said the focus would be on the Tar Heels for the next couple of days and trying to improve. Where has that focus been in that short amount of time since the last game, and do you feel like your team made some good progress?
Yeah, I mean, we were able to watch, the film from Elon, from an offensive standpoint and look at our execution and look at where we were sloppy in terms of turning the ball over. And I've said a number of times, when you turn the ball over, it's, either carelessness or selfishness. It's 100% never selfish. It's always careless. And so just understanding how important it is on every possession, taking care of the basketball, being in the right spots, executing on the offensive end, and just making sure that we're getting the shots that we want. And I think over the last couple of days, we were able to look at it, to recognize it, and to really focus on it. And my hope is that it's much better tonight against Furman.
Is there some value in your mind to winning a game where you had your lowest field goal percentage of the season, both from the field and from three? You did turn it over 16 times, and yet you won by nearly 20.
Yeah, a win is a win. I'm very happy. But, one of the things that I told the team is it's not just about the team that we're playing that night. It's about the next game. It's about when you get into league play. It's about it's about where all of our hopes and dreams are. You know, our team has big hopes and big dreams. In order for them to possibly have a chance to happen, there's certain things that you have to do on both ends of the floor, and you got to be consistent on that. And so, you know, our preparation and the things that we point out, it's not just about that game or the next game. It's big picture about us making sure that at the end of the day, we're the best team possible.
35 free throw attempts in that game. You had just 11 in the two combined before that. Did your team do something better in your mind to earn those free throw attempts?
Yeah, we kept talking about it and tell them to attack the basket because, you know, we had a size advantage. And, you know, I really think it's a huge part of our offense, our ability to get to the free throw line, not just our bigs. I just feel like our guards have the ability to attack the basket and get fouled, and we're a pretty good free throw shooting team. You know, with the exception of a little bit with Armando, everybody else is pretty good from the free throw line. So that's a great opportunity for us to score, get them in foul trouble, and then have them be able to come back against our set defense. So it's a big part of our offense. The 2 games prior to Elon, we didn't do a very good job of getting to the free throw line. So that was an emphasis, and it was a highlight for us against Elon, being able to get to the free throw line and making them.
Carolina shot better than 77% as a team from the line against Elon. They'll try to do so again tonight against Furman. We'll talk about the Paladins a little later in our pregame show.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Take on the season with a holiday classic like a peppermint mocha signature latte or a rich and creamy toasted white chocolate signature latte. Bold, smooth Dunkin' espresso and holiday flavors come together. Classic notes of mocha balanced with cooling peppermint or flavors of white chocolate topped with caramel and cinnamon sugar for a touch of holiday magic that will help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes from Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
On the inside, a Honda is comfortable, technologically advanced, and loaded with next-gen features. But on the outside, a Honda is fuel-efficient, powerful, and stylish. Like the versatile HR-V, the 8-passenger Pilot, or a turbocharged Civic. No matter what kind of car you need, Honda has it. Because inside and outside, a Honda is the total package. Hurry, they're selling fast. Now at your Honda dealer of the Carolinas.
Hey, Carolina fans, the holidays are here. Are you trying to find the perfect gift for the Tar Heel in your life? No matter their age, child to adult, you can give the gift of membership with a Rams Club, Student Rams Club, or Carolina Kids Club membership. Starting at just $25, your membership directly impacts the student athletes you cheer for on the field, on the court, or in competition. Please visit ramsclub.com/gift for more information.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates, wanting to let you know that we have moved. Our new office is located at 245 East Main Street in Forest City. Come see us for auto, home, or your commercial insurance needs. Also come see me, Dwayne Hunt, for your Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, or prescription drug plans. See us at Insurance Service Associates, now located at 245 East Main Street in Forest City, or call 828-245-5301.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
The Department of Veterans Affairs is so innovative, it not only improves the lives of veterans, it transforms the lives of healthcare professionals who serve them with access to the latest technologies and remarkable benefits. Transform your future at vacareers.va.gov.
WCAB. Tar Heel fans, Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For each free throw the Tar Heels make in today's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. Food Line is the official grocer of the ACC. A total of 13,600 meals have been donated in the communities of participating colleges through Food Line Feeds. Score to give more. As the Reach Jewelers pregame show continues, we'll talk a little football here as Sam Howell literally rewritten the Carolina football record book since his arrival to Chapel Hill in 2019. As he enters what could be his final game as a Tar Heel, he gives his reasons for why he wants to play against South Carolina in this month's bowl game and why opting out isn't for him.
I'm here for this team, and I just feel like as a quarterback of this team and as a leader of this team, it's just kind of not the right thing. You know, even if it is the best decision for me in my career to opt out in the game, and it's not about me. And people could say I'm in a position where I can be selfish and make that decision, but you know that's just not who I am. And I just truly want to be here for this team. And bowl games are fun. I've enjoyed the two we've played in, and you know I really just want to spend more time with the guys on this team as well and go out there with them. So I'm super excited for it. Like I said, man, I've been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of offense, defense competitions in practice. We had one day. It was a lot of fun, probably the most fun I've ever had at a practice. So I'm definitely enjoying it and just trying to take advantage of the opportunity we have.
That's Carolina quarterback Sam Howell speaking earlier this week on why he's playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl later this month in Charlotte against South Carolina. As we step aside, we'll come back and chat with Furman head coach Bob Ritchie. That's after this. It's the Reach Jewelers pregame show from Learfield.
Harris Teeter has partnered with UNC, NC State, Wake Forest, and Duke to bring you the Big Four Grocery Assist Sweepstakes. Each week a contestant is chosen, and they win $5 in free groceries for every assist by a Big Four school that week. Plus, one grand prize winner will be selected for the Big Four VIP shoot-around prize package. Invite up to 20 friends and family for a private scrimmage at the Big Four school of your choice. Visit HarrisTeeter.com and look for the Grocery Assist Sweepstakes section to enter. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans love to shop.
From star athletes to super fans, UNC Health is dedicated to caring for champions of all kinds. For you, the latest advancements and our greatest expertise are always in play to deliver personalized care with the utmost compassion. It's the kind of care that keeps champions like you and your family in the game when it matters the most. See our lineup at unchealthcare.org/sports.
This is Jones Angel, voice of the Tar Heels. And as a parent, I know nothing is more important than the safety of our children. More than 22% of teen-involved crashes per year in North Carolina are the result of distracted driving. Help protect our teenage drivers by ensuring they practice safe driving habits and avoid distracted driving. Always encourage your teens to put down the phone while driving and lead by example. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
Basketball from Learfield.
At Drugs of Forest City, we are continue to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith's Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith's Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recalled devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccines, and November is Diabetes Month. Get 10% off diabetic socks for the month of November at Smith's Drugs of Forest City. There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Find out for yourself. This is the Reed's Jewelers pregame show.
As we close in on 15 minutes to tip off, it's presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Bob Ritchie is in his 5th year as the head coach at Furman and his 11th with the program. Since taking over, the Paladins have won over 70% of their games and at one stretch enjoyed 4 consecutive 20-win seasons for the first time in history. Having already beaten Louisville this year, Ritchie and the Paladins aim to take down another ACC opponent tonight in Carolina. Here's what Coach Ritchie had to say when Adam Lucas caught up with him a little earlier.
Coach, you've got an experienced team that you have tested with a pretty formidable schedule. What have you learned about this bunch early in the year playing some tough teams?
Well, I would say we have a balanced group. We've got 4 old guys, and then we've got 5 guys that are either freshmen or COVID freshmen. So, we've been able to. Our old guys have really shown the young guys the way, and then our young guys are starting to figure some things out. But it's a good group. I mean, they really play hard. They play together. Offensively, they really share the ball, and we've got some guys that they're willing to move it. They're willing to space it. We've got some good shooters. For us, it's about the consistency of effort that we give on the defensive end, and also to finish possessions on the backboards. That when we do that, we've got a pretty good team, and there was a big reason why we beat Louisville. We were able to out-rebound them, and obviously this will be the biggest challenge we've had all year in terms of being able to, with the size that we're going to have to deal with North Carolina, to be able to survive on the glass.
So you can't make your team bigger. What do you do to counter the size on the glass? How do you tell your guys to combat that?
I mean, you know as well as I do how big these guys are, and it comes back to just the fundamentals of the game. Are we going to be willing to block out? Are we going to be willing to pursue a 2 and know that they're going to go and they're trained to do that, and they're very good at it. And so there's no secret formula to it. It's going to be the battle of the wills, and it's going to have to be a team effort. Like we're going to have 5 guys involved in the rebounding, and so it's if we can just survive the glass, and gives ourselves a chance with just effort. We're not going to be able to get them all because we don't have the 6'11s that they have, but we got to make sure at least we're giving ourselves a chance.
You talked about the way your team shares the ball, top 5 in the country in assists. When you've got as many good shooters as you have, how do you teach not only what's a good shot, but what's the right good shot each time down the court?
Well, for us, I mean, we work on it all year. It's a core value for us that we want to move and value the ball. And I believe it's the best way the game's played, that when it's shared, the movement is a lot harder to guard than the dribble. And, we've just gotten a group over the years of winning that have just bought into it. And, they see that, on certain nights, when we play well, that all guys get opportunities, all guys get shots. And, I give them credit because it's a little bit countercultural, especially in the game right now. And, but our guys have bought into it, and it makes the game easier, especially, we're going to be up against bigger, stronger all night. And, we've got to make sure that the ball doesn't get stagnant, the ball doesn't get stuck.
When you look at a Hubert Davis coach Carolina team on film this week, what looked different than maybe what you're accustomed to from North Carolina basketball?
I don't know. It's still a bunch of McDonald's All-Americans and some of the best players in the country that, that are really, really talented and really, really good and very well coached. And so, they have. I grew up going to camp here. I've followed this program for a long, long time and was a big MJ fan when I was a kid. And, just Antoine Jameson and Stackhouse and all those guys. We all know what North Carolina basketball is about. And, I don't think Coach Davis is going to get away from it. I think he played here. He knows what he knows about it. And transition offense, get on the offensive glass, get deflections and steals defensively, and, play hard, play smart, play together. And so all that stuff, you watch them beat Michigan by 20. You watch them go down to Georgia Tech and, basically just own the game the whole time. They've got a tremendous amount of talent. And I got a lot of respect for how they operate their program and how they run it. And, like we've taught our team, this is the Mecca. And, we got an opportunity, a little old Furman, to come in here and do our best and give it the best shot we have and try to see if we can be the best team we can be tonight.
Furman and North Carolina coming at the top of the hour. Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Carolina family, this is head football coach Mac Brown. As official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, Wells Fargo understands being a Tar Heel means there's no off-season. With a Wells Fargo Tar Heels debit card, you can show off your Carolina pride no matter where you are. It's your colors, your team, your card. Visit wellsfargo.com and search Card Design Studio to learn more.
Copyright 2021 Wells Fargo Bank N.A.
All rights reserved.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching The Grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays. Unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
For all your pharmacy needs, choose the Medicine Box of Forest City. Pharmacist Sheila Sheehan provides excellent care and pharmacy assistance for Medicare prescription cards. The Medicine Box is your home medical equipment provider, offering wheelchairs, walkers, nebulizers, and diabetic supplies. They also will direct bill Medicare for all your home medical needs. Call 245-1696. The Medicine Box on Broadway in Forest City, your local hometown pharmacy. Curbside service is available.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
Carolina. Dave Nathan with you at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Just one score currently in the ACC. That's Louisville leading Southeast Louisiana at the under-4 timeout in the first half. 33-19, the Cards up by 14 in that matchup. The other 7 o'clock games to come in addition to our matchup, VMI and Wake Forest, as well as Miami of Ohio traveling to Clemson. At 8, South Carolina State visits number 2, Duke. In the top 25, number 6, Alabama takes on Memphis at 9 o'clock. Same tip time for number 13, Auburn and North Alabama. At 8, it's Louisiana versus number 14, Houston. Arkansas Pine Bluff goes to number 17, Texas for a 9 o'clock tilt with the Longhorns. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's USC Upstate visiting number 18, Tennessee. Number 19, LSU hosts Northwestern State. And at 8, it's Arkansas State at number 25, Texas Tech. That'll do it for your look at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Another pause and part 2 of the Continental Tire Coach's Corner, plus our keys to the game. This is the Reed's Jewelers pregame show from Learfield.
When the holidays really get going, I keep up with Dunkin's new Pancake Minis. 6 fluffy and delicious pancakes served with dipping syrup, packed and ready to go. During traffic, in the middle of shopping, even while making a costume for the holiday play. This season, I've got Pancake Minis to take on the holidays, wherever they take me, and a creamy white mocha hot chocolate to sweeten the season. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
UNC Tar Heels basketball is on Bally Sports South, your home for ACC hoops.
Score the basket.
Be sure to catch some of the biggest ACC matchups of the season live as the Tar Heels clash with the best of the best in the ACC and across the country. From Tobacco Road and beyond, UNC Hoops action on Bally Sports is nothing but net. On target. Watch or stream live on Bally Sports South and the Bally Sports app. Your home for ACC basketball.
Hey, Carolina fans, the holidays are here. Are you trying to find the perfect gift for the Tar Heel in your life? No matter their age, child to adult, you can give the gift of membership with a Rams Club, Student Rams Club, or Carolina Kids Club membership. Starting at just $25, your membership directly impacts the student athletes you cheer for on the field, on the court, or in competition. Please visit ramsclub.com/gift for more information.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
You need an insurance agent you can talk to? Call Insurance Service Associates at 828-245-5301. We want to help you get the best out of your insurance dollar. As a trusted choice independent agent, we shop your coverage with several companies to give you the best value. More companies, better choices, best rate. Come see us at our new office at 245 East Main Street in Forest City, or call us at 828-245-5301.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Carolina basketball is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank sponsor of Carolina Athletics. This is the Reed's Jewelers pregame show.
Carolina takes on Furman for the first time since the 1986-87 season. I'm with the head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis, inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. Coach, normally the recipe for a good mid-major team is experience and shooting, and it seems like Furman has both of those. They will present a dangerous challenge tonight.
Yeah, you know, they're very experienced. They're used to winning. I mean, you know, they're consistently winning over 20 games every season. They're extremely well coached, and they've got good players. But we've played good teams throughout the entire year. I mean, if you look at our schedule with Loyola and Brown, and at College of Charleston and Elon, and at Georgia Tech and Michigan, and you can go through with Purdue and Tennessee. We played some pretty good teams, and so we'll be well prepared for tonight, and understanding that that Furman is a very good basketball team, but it is about us. It's about our execution. It's about how hard we play on the defensive end, and if we do the things that we need to do, we're going to be in good position at the end of the game.
I was going to mention defensively, you've played a couple teams that are at least similar to Furman in that they are willing to and can shoot the three-pointer from just about every position on the court. How does that stress your defense tonight?
Well, it does. You know, when everybody has the ability to shoot, it gives you spacing and balance and movement, and that's one of the reasons why we're so efficient offensively, because we got a number of guys that can shoot the ball from the outside. One good thing about us is not only can we shoot from the outside, we also have size, and we can throw the ball inside as well. And so, you know, when you look at Furman, one of the things that they don't have is size. And so, you know, that's to our advantage, and it's only to our advantage if we use it. And so that's something, the emphasis on us offensively is to be able to get the ball inside. But I think we've done a really good job of defending the three. You know, against Elon, they averaged over close to 30 attempts a game. They struggled from three. We played Georgia Tech, and they had the leading three-point shooter in the country, and we did a pretty good job there. So that's something that we've done really well, and obviously we need to continue to do that tonight.
Carolina and Furman coming tonight in the Smith Center. Coach, as always, thank you for your time. Best of luck.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, that's again the Continental Tire Coach's Corner, brought to you by Continental Tire. Driving confidence no matter the surface, no matter the season. For a tire dealer near you, visit ContinentalTire.com. Carolina's just come onto the floor and is going through its pregame warm-ups as we now get to our keys to the game, brought to you by Honda. A Honda is comfortable, loaded with next-gen features, fuel efficient and powerful. Hurry, they're selling fast. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas. Jones, my key for this one for Carolina defensively, it's forcing Furman to go deep into the shot clock on offense because, as we know, this is a bunch that scores almost 84 points per game, shoots it well from deep, and can also get on the glass pretty well. I think the Tar Heels have to make Furman work for everything they get on offense.
I'm going to go with Carolina using its size to its advantage. Furman's a really solid team, but the Paladins cannot match Carolina's size. So whether it's on the glass, whether it's blocking shots, whether it's points in the paint, whether it's getting some of that length into the passing lanes, whatever it is, Eric, I'm going to go with the Tar Heels needing to use their size effectively as being a big factor tonight for this one.
Well, I couldn't agree more, and I also think that right now we just need to see ball movement. Efficient ball movement will create a lot of offense. They do have that size advantage, but just being aware of their improvement and making sure that they're taking a step ahead tonight.
That'll do it for our keys to the game. We've got to take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have the tip-off between Carolina and Furman from Learfield.
North Carolina's 26 electric cooperatives recognize the best classroom projects and the teachers who create them through the Bright Ideas Education Grant Program. These grants provide funding for creative projects in grades K through 12. Congratulations to Bright Ideas grant winner Stacy Unger of Central Middle School in Gatesville. Her project, Teaching Ecology Using Terrariums, is sponsored by Roanoke Electric Cooperative based in Allender. If you're a teacher with a bright idea, visit ncbrightideas.com.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. You can't drive safely unless driving has your full attention. Any non-driving activity you engage in increases your risk of crashing. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/Go Heels.
From star athletes to super fans, UNC Health is dedicated to caring for champions of all kinds. For you, the latest advancements and our greatest expertise are always in play to deliver personalized care with the utmost compassion. It's the kind of care that keeps champions like you and your family in the game when it matters the most. See our lineup at unchealthcare.org/sports.
Sports Network from Learfield.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continue to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith's Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith's Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recalled devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccines. And November is Diabetes Month. Get 10% off diabetic socks for the month of November at Smith's Drugs of Forest City.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Visitors just announced, going through the starting lineup video, and the starting 5 for the Tar Heels about to be announced here in the arena as well. Thanks so much for being here. Jones and Eric with you courtside in Chapel Hill for the 26th all-time meeting between Carolina and Furman. We're joined by Dave Nathan, Adam Lucas, Ben Alexander, our chief network engineer, John Essick back in our Tar Heel Sports Network studios, Jody Zeugner, our statistician. Let's get to the starting five for Furman. Bob Ritchie in his fifth year, and we talked about Coach Ritchie some. He has had a ton of success, 96 wins, just 37 losses. That's a winning percentage of better than 72% for the young head coach of the Paladins. 5 starters for the visitors tonight. Mike Bothwell, one of 3 Furman players, averaging better than 16 points per game. Preseason all-conference, he was second team all-SoCon a year ago, 6'3" senior from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, averaging 16.5 points per contest. Alex Hunter, he is the leading scorer, a super senior using the COVID year, preseason all-conference, leading scorer for Furman, 17.5 points per game. He's from Raleigh as well, so hometown guy coming back and trying to have a big performance here in the Smith Center tonight. Other guard for Furman is Marcus Foster, 6'4", sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, averaging about 8 points and 6 rebounds per game. Conley Garrison, a 6'1" graduate transfer from Division II Drury University, averaging 9.5 points, good three-point shooter at nearly 45%. And then the one true big man is Jalen Slauson, but even he isn't that big, 6'7" senior from Summerville, South Carolina. He had a triple-double a couple of games ago, first ever in Furman history, where he had 15 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds against Winthrop. In total, he is averaging nearly 17 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. So Bothwell, Hunter, Slauson, all averaging around 16 to 17 points. They are the 3 main offensive weapons for the Paladins. Now for Carolina, 7-2 through 9 games, including that 1-0 record in ACC play. Hubert Davis, the first-year head coach of the Tar Heels. Carolina will stick with the starting 5 that it's settled into here in the early portion of the season. The pair of sophomore guards, R.J. Davis and Caleb Love. Davis from White Plains, New York, averaging 14 points and 3.5 assists. Love, 6'4", sophomore from St. Louis. Boy, he has been playing well. Last 3 games, Love averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists on 48% shooting, including 58% from behind the three-point arc. He is Carolina's leading scorer in total at almost 17 points. Leaky Black, 6'8" senior from Concord. Boy, he affected the game so much against Elon with his defense. Didn't even take a shot. Finished with 2 points at the free throw line and 8 rebounds, but was so good on the defensive end. Dawson Garcia, 6'11", sophomore, Prior Lake, Minnesota, averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds. He came off 22 points against Elon on Saturday evening. And then Armando Baycott, 6'10" junior from Richmond, Virginia, not in double figures against Elon. Remember, he had the foul trouble in the first half, played just 7 minutes in the first half, finished with a pretty solid outing, 9 points, 7 rebounds. He comes in averaging 14.5 points and almost 10 boards per game. Before the tip, let's break 10 seconds. Station ID down the lines on the Tar Heels Sports Network. Ron Groover, Bill Covington, Mark Schnurr, the 3 officials tonight. It'll be Groover stepping in between Baycott and Slauson. Ball in the air, and Baycott wins it by tapping it back to R.J. Davis. Carolina going right to left as we see it in the home whites with Carolina blue, numbers, letters, and trim. The Argyle down the side. Furman in road purple tonight with black numbers and letters. Those black numbers and letters have some silver trim around them as well. Shot clock down to 12 as R.J. Davis has it out in the middle of the court. He's guarded by Garrison. Goes left corner to Dawson Garcia, who strips the net on the triple. Garcia has really been shooting well, 6 of 8 from 3 in the last 4 games. 50% on the season from behind the arc, and he gives Carolina a quick 3 points. High post, back to the basket, Slauson. Pitches it back outside the arc to the Raleigh native Alex Hunter. Quick pitch on the left wing to Foster. Shot clock down to 10 as it goes in the left corner to Bothwell. Guarded by Leaky Black. Out to Slauson. Pump fake against Baycott. Now picks up Davis, crossover dribble, gets into the paint, gets to the cup, but his shot is blocked from behind. Nice recovery by Conley Garrison to block it away. So still 3-0 Carolina as Furman comes up with the ball after the block. Top of the key, Foster goes over on the right side to Slauson. Backing in, right of the lane against Baycott. Spins, baseline. Baycott moves his feet and forces a traveling violation as the Paladins turn it over. Nice defense there by Baycott to force Slauson to give it back to the Heels.
There's a lot of movement in this Paladin offense, not just in that possession, but in the one prior. They're back doors, back cuts, back screens, all of that happening while you see interchanges.
Love has it on the left wing in the forecourt. High post to Baycott. Extra pass to Garcia, who finishes with the left hand.
That's what happens when you move the basketball. Big guy pops out to the top of the key. The other one dives low from the wing. And you see that in those interchanges, just like we talked about with Furman's offense. They're very hard to guard.
Back door goes to Hunter. He kicks it on the extra pass in the corner left where three is missed by Foster. Rebound to R.J. Davis. So Garcia has all five of Carolina's points, making all 7 of his points as he finishes a layup in transition after the pitch ahead from R.J. Davis. Timeout Furman. Tar Heels up 7-0. Boy, what a nice start for Dawson Garcia. He's been the recipient of a couple of great passes, one from Baycott and then there in transition from R.J. Davis. And Garcia has finished with the left hand both times. Eric, it's been interesting to hear Coach Davis talk some leading up to this game. He has, as much as I've heard him all year talk about this about, and I'm using his words here, this is about us, meaning it's about the Tar Heels. He didn't want to get a whole lot of talk about, Furman is good at this and that. He said it's time for Carolina just to worry about itself and get better. Tar Heels have done a nice job here through the first 2+ minutes.
Well, they certainly have, and I think that's so important. I mean, regardless of your opponent, if it's ACC, non-conference like Furman, whatever it is, you have to hold yourself to your own standards, and that's going to be important for this Carolina team because they have a very high bar. We've seen that high bar. We've seen it against Michigan. We saw it in large part against Purdue until right at the very end of the game. But this team has a high bar. They have to maintain the attitude and the enthusiasm to support it.
Armando Baycott called for a hand check foul guarding a new player, Garrett Heen, who checked in for Furman. So that's an early foul on Baycott, certainly worth keeping an eye on. He only played 7 minutes in the first half against Elon due to foul trouble, and he picks up one here just over 2 minutes into the game. Carolina up 7-0 early. Furman trying to find its sea legs here. Slauson, top right three-pointer is good. He knew it right when he shot it as he started backing up. And he can shoot from out there better than 30%. Furman will shoot a bunch of threes as a team. About 46% of their shots are behind the arc. Down low to Baycott. Goes up and he's stripped. For a moment, it looked like he had a clean look at the basket. Was stripped. Ball went out of bounds off Furman. So Carolina will inbound on the baseline left. 20 on the shot clock. 17-20 first half game clock. Heels up early, 7-3. R.J. Davis floats an inbounds pass to Garcia. Garcia has Heen on his back. He'll elevate, draw the foul, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots as Heen really fouled him with his face. He was kind of leaning in on Garcia, who just quickly elevated, and Heen's kind of shoulder and chest area ran into Garcia's arm as he jumped up to shoot.
I'll tell you, the move that Garcia did, it was almost an inside pivot. He was trying to do an inside pivot, and for those of you as old as I am, you'll remember Jack Sikma, who made that inside pivot so famous. But what that does is it takes up the space, and as he turned, he went right up into his shot and was able to pick up that foul on Heen, just like it's important that Baycott picked up a foul guarding Heen on the outside. It's also important to be on the reciprocal.
So Garcia made both free throws. He has all 9 of Carolina's points. Tar Heels up 9-3. Heen trying to back in against Baycott, gets to the ACC logo, turns and forces up a wild shot. Good job by Baycott not to foul. And the shot goes over the baseline out of bounds. So clearly Furman trying to get Baycott in foul trouble here early. They understand that that is one of Carolina's biggest advantages, is the skill and talent that Baycott has at his size of 6'10". R.J. Davis comes front side. Over on deep on the right wing to Caleb Love. Now to Garcia, who has all 9 of Carolina's points. Handoff on the left wing to R.J. Davis. 15 on the shot clock. Davis wanted to go to Garcia. Furman blocked it off nicely. Heels have to reset to the outside. Leaky Black with 9 on the shot clock. Out to Love. He'll drive right of the lane, dump it off to Baycott, who finishes in traffic. It took a while for that thing to drop in, but it did for 2.
A really good play by Love not to shoot that shot off balance in traffic outside of the lane. Instead, he's actively looking right to the very end to find Baycott.
11-3. That's the first points for Carolina, not scored by Dawson Garcia. Back door, Heen finds a cutting teammate. That is Hunter. He was able to sneak free from Caleb Love off the ball and get the layup from the left side. So Furman gets 2 more on the board. It's 11-5. Carolina with the 6-point advantage here early on. Caleb Love, top of the key, goes right side to Davis, trying to dump it into Baycott. Nothing there, so he goes Garcia. Down low to Baycott. He caught it and finished all in one motion.
Well, what Furman's doing, they're fronting the post, and so on that ball reversal, Baycott was able to seal Slauson and go over the top. He's got a little bit of a size advantage, but had all kind of room behind him.
Slauson will have his feet set and bury another 3. That one's from the top right, so Slauson's hit a couple of triples. 13-8 now the score. Carolina has scored on all but one possession thus far, and Davis can't continue that. His shot rattles out, but Garcia, the offensive rebound, misses the putback, gets it back again, and this time forces it home. Garcia already in double figures. He has 11. Baycott has the other 4. Carolina's up 15-8. Heen in the post against Garcia this time, banging into him, turns, pivots, goes up and under, and eventually is able to scoop it in.
So close to the basket there, Jones. I mean, eventually, if you spend enough time, and it was almost a 3-second call, you spend enough time in there.
Love splits a double team. His floater is blocked, but he's able to tip the loose ball to R.J. Davis to keep the possession. Davis picks up his dribble, needs help out to the timeline with the pass to Love. He attacked right of the lane in heavy traffic, and he's fouled as he shoots it up from the right side. So Caleb Love will have a couple of free throws when action resumes. The foul was on Mike Bothwell, his first and Furman's second as a team. Already, Carolina, Eric talked a lot about sharing the basketball. 4 of Carolina's 5 starters already have an assist. The Heels are 6 of 10 from the floor, but Furman shooting well as well, 4 of 7, including 2 3-pointers. Tar Heels 15, Furman 10. Caleb Love to the line for 2 free throws after this break. This is Tar Heel basketball from Learfield.
Hey Carolina family, this is head football coach Mac Brown. As official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, Wells Fargo understands being a Tar Heel means there's no off season. With a Wells Fargo Tar Heels debit card, you can show off your Carolina pride no matter where you are. It's your colors, your team, your card. Visit wellsfargo.com and search Card Design Studio to learn more.
Copyright 2021 Wells Fargo Bank N.A. All rights reserved.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time. For all your pharmacy needs, choose the Medicine Box of Forest City. Pharmacist Sheila Sheehan provides excellent care and pharmacy assistance for Medicare prescription cards. The Medicine Box is your home medical equipment provider, offering wheelchairs, walkers, nebulizers, and diabetic supplies. They also will direct bill Medicare for all your home medical needs. Call 245-1696. The Medicine Box on Broadway in Forest City, your local hometown pharmacy. Curbside service is available.
Well, a lot of points so far, 15-10. Carolina with 14:38 to play in the first half. So, a 100-point Bojangles special on the table right now. 2 sausage biscuits for $1 tomorrow at Bojangles. If Carolina can hit 100 points tonight, that offer is valid for all regular season home games. Heels aren't really worried about that right now. They're just worried about trying to pace themselves away from Furman. 15-10 the score. Carolina on top. Caleb Love will have 2 free throws. Brady Manick has checked in and Kerwin Walton has checked in. So R.J. Davis and Baycott go out. So the 5 on the floor for the Heels will be Love, Walton, Black, Manick, and Garcia. Eric, you look at these quick check of the stats presented by the Campaign for Carolina. Tar Heels not just 6 of 10 from the floor, which is very good, but 10 of the 15 points have come in the paint. They also have 2 free throws. Garcia did have a three-pointer as well. But so if you add the free throws in the paint, that's 12 of Carolina's 15 points so far.
Well, they're passing the ball well, as you said. You have those paint scoring. But when you look at the 5 of 6 field goals being assisted, Jones, I mean, this team right now is playing well defensively. They're keeping pace with Furman's back cuts and their interchanges. They're communicating the ball well. Obviously, it's very early with just 14:38 on the clock.
First free throw from Love, front iron, backboard, and in. There is a new player in for Furman, Joe Anderson, a 6-foot sophomore guard. He had a career-high 5 assists in the last game for Furman, a win over Appalachian. As Love gets his first 2 points of the night with the 2 free throws. So 17-10. Anthony Harris comes to the scorer's table for the Tar Heels. Carolina leading by 7, and a nice pick and pop, and then a cut to the basket there for Furman. Ends up on a nice pass and flush for Heen. And that makes it 17-12. Heen had shown out on a screen and then dove into the paint, received the pass, and dunked it home. On the other side, Leaky Black up the left sideline with the pass from the corner out to the middle of the court to Love. Love, top of the key. He's going to try and answer with a long 3. Hit the backboard first. Garcia gets the offensive rebound, leaves it for Black. Back to Garcia, dumps into the post to Manick. He's fouled, and he hooks it home. Manick on the board, and he'll have a chance for 3. Foul is on Joe Anderson, who had just checked in. So Manick joins the party. He becomes the 4th different Tar Heel to score. Tar Heels have scored points on 9 of their 10 possessions thus far.
And Anthony Harris, has come into the game for Leaky Black for Carolina. One of the things, this is not the best defensive unit out there right now for Carolina.
As whistles blow after a missed free throw, a Tar Heel fan had slipped and fallen, an older gentleman on the sideline, and he was being helped up by some ushers. He is okay, it appears, but Bill Covington, smartly realizing that there was some trouble over there, stopped the action real fast after Furman had collected the rebound. Everybody seems to be okay, and the Paladins will have the basketball. So Manick misses the free throw. He had been 16 of 20 on the season, but he does make the 2, so it's 19-12. Carolina by 7 with 13:49 to go in the first half.
You're going to have to be careful up top right now with Caleb. You're used to RJ's got a little better defensive presence.
Slauson, who's already hit a couple of threes, guarded by Garcia, drives hard right in the lane, pivots into the paint, kicks it in the left corner. Guarded 3 is good by Alex Hunter. Caleb Love was there, but Hunter able to hit it. That's already 3 threes that Furman has made in 5 attempts. They are 6 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3, 19-15. Carolina's lead is 4. Largest advantage has been 8. Anthony Harris drives on the left baseline, can't finish in traffic, and Furman out of there with it. A rare stop for the Paladins turns into a run out and a finish by Marcus Foster. So now all of a sudden, Furman 70% shooting, and they're within 2 despite Carolina playing well offensively as well. Paladins have made 6 straight field goals. Caleb Love picks up his dribble, needs some help, and his pass is knocked right into us as Jalen Slauson able to tip it away. It does go out of bounds, and so it'll belong to the Tar Heels with 12:52 to go in the first half. 19-17. Get all of our monitors and water bottles figured back out here after Slauson ran into us. Heels have the basketball. Garcia outside the arc on the left wing. Goes up high to Manick, and challenging the pass was Marcus Foster, picking up the foul as he banged into Manick. First foul on Foster, 4th on Furman.
One of the things we're seeing out of this Furman team is that they are really tight on the ball. If you've got the ball in the perimeter, you're going to have somebody right in your face, and that's had some effect. Obviously, Carolina's had plenty of success so far, but you can tell that the pressure is there every time, and consistently they're trying to find chinks in the armor.
Love gets deep into the paint, can't finish. Manick in heavy traffic, though, rips away the offensive rebound and finishes. Manick with a couple of man-sized plays in the paint. That's where Carolina's advantage has been tonight. Baycott, Garcia, and Manick down low. Carolina up 4, 21-17. Slauson picks up his dribble at the left elbow, kicks it out to Foster. Back to Slauson on the left wing. He's going to try and drive on Garcia. Now has back to the basket, left of the lane. Bangs into the Marquette transfer, turns and hits the teardrop. Tough shot by Slauson. He has 8, and it's 21-19. That's 7 straight field goals that Furman has made. The Paladins are 8 of 11. Garcia, right of the lane. He's going to go against Slauson now. Bangs into him. His hook shot is off the mark. Manick again has the offensive rebound and finishes. Gracious.
It's like he had glue on those fingertips. He just kept popping it back and forth, but controlled. And he's been able to keep it high, really playing strong inside presence. I don't remember seeing that out of Manick yet this year.
Slauson pump fakes from 3 and then gets tangled up with Garcia, and a foul is called on Garcia as he was closing out to Slauson. And then on the pump fake got out of position. The two banged into one another, and Garcia picks up the foul. So that's his first. Team foul number 2. Tar Heels just trying to get a stop right now. Furman has made 7 straight field goals. They are within 4. 23-19. 11:28 to go in the first half. Should just be an inbounds. Don't believe there are any free throws coming for the Paladins. Should just be an inbounds when we return. Heels up 4. The Tar Heel basketball from Learfield.
Hunt Brothers Pizza, the official pizza of Carolina Athletics, joins Tar Heels fans across the nation cheering Go Heels. Whether you're at home watching the game or out on the road, download our Hunt Brothers Pizza app to find a location near you. The Hunt family has been proudly serving our delicious original crust pizza to North Carolina families for over 20 years. With all toppings, no extra charge, and 10 to choose from, there's sure to be a topping combination for everyone to enjoy a Hunt Brothers Pizza.
This is Jones Angel, voice of the Tar Heels. And as a parent, I know nothing is more important than the safety of our children. More than 22% of teen-involved crashes per year in North Carolina are the result of distracted driving. Help protect our teenage drivers by ensuring they practice safe driving habits and avoid distracted driving. Always encourage your teens to put down the phone while driving and lead by example. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
From star athletes to super fans, UNC Health is dedicated to caring for champions of all kinds. For you, the latest advancements and our greatest expertise are always in play to deliver personalized care with the utmost compassion. It's the kind of care that keeps champions like you and your family in the game when it matters the most. See our lineup at unchealthcare.org/sports.
A lot of offense here early on. It's already 23-19. Carolina with still 11 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the first half. Harris Teeter assisting you with groceries this basketball season. Each week, one winner will receive free groceries for every assist through the Big 4 Grocery Assist Sweepstakes. HarrisTeeter.com to learn more. You can look for the Grocery Assist Sweepstakes section to enter. Eric, some of these stats presented by the Campaign for Carolina, both teams really hot. Carolina 9 of 17. That's 53%, but that's with 6 offensive rebounds. So the Tar Heels have missed 8 shots and have 6 offensive rebounds. Meanwhile, Furman has made 7 consecutive field goals. They're now 8 of 11 from the field, including 3 of 5 from behind the three-point arc.
Well, both teams taking advantage of what they should do well coming into the game on paper. Furman passes the ball well. They shoot the ball well. They're putting those two together, and that's working for them. Carolina on paper, bigger in the paint, should have an advantage inside. They've had that from their 3 interior post players. And obviously Garcia started the game with a three-pointer from deep in the corner in front of the Paladin bench. But what these teams are doing is playing to their strengths. And if we take what you said, what Hubert Davis said, we have to worry about us. We have to do what we do well, and the rest will take care of itself. right now they also need to put an emphasis on that defense. As you said, 7 of 7. Hard to believe that Carolina's up by 4, having had the Paladins make their last 7 field goals.
A couple of subs out there, including Baycott back out for Carolina. We will set the 5 for you in just a second. Slauson pump fake for 3 out to Hunter. He is a dangerous three-point shooter, and he drops it in.
I mean, 47% from deep this season.
Furman now 8 straight makes, 9 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. Hunter and Slauson each have 8 points. That's 16 of the Paladins' 22. Anthony Harris is fouled on a hard drive. He started from the top right, and with his left hand got into the paint, drew the foul on Alex Williams, who looks like a linebacker out there, 6'5", 200. He looks bigger than 205.
Yeah, there's a misprint there.
He's a big, thick guy. He will check out. He had been in for a couple of minutes. He will check out, as will Joe Anderson. The foul on Williams is his first, 5th on Furman.
Let's see it.
As the quick inbounds goes to Manick, Eric, he somehow found himself right under the basket, and he put it in. Manick has 8. The 2 transfers, Garcia and Manick, have combined for 19 of Carolina's 25 points. 25-22. There's been 1 missed field goal in the last 6 minutes between these 2 teams. Heen, who's back in, over to Slauson. He'll hand off to Hunter. Hunter gets to the free throw line, kicks it out to Slauson, and he tried to start his drive and traveled as he shuffled his feet.
It'll be interesting to see if now with R.J. Davis on Hunter, who's made the last 2 3-pointers for Furman, be interesting to see if that's quelled at all, because R.J. just is so much, has got really quick feet. He's intense from the outside. We'll see if that helps Carolina diffuse some of the Paladin offense.
Davis, Walton, and it's Kerwin who has it between the circles. Anthony Harris, Manick who has it now, and Baycott. R.J. Davis, top of the key, over to Manick. Has a sliver of daylight, so he'll fire up a 3, no good. Baycott tipped the offensive rebound, but it rolled off the rim. Carolina's really been taking advantage of its size down low. Furman taking advantage of its incredible hot shooting. 25-22 Tar Heels. Furman with the basketball. Driving in, baseline left, kicking it out to Marcus Foster. Foster drives and a miss. Baycott cleans the glass. Driving in was Bothwell, who kicked it to Foster, but he couldn't finish. Manick dumps it through a double team in the paint to Baycott, but he's stripped as he elevates to try and score. Here come the Paladins the other way, and Anthony Harris knocks away a pass, but cannot corral it on the sideline before it goes out of bounds. So it will be Furman ball.
Yeah, great example of Brady Manick doing what you want, which is look in the post, be unselfish, but there's so many bodies right there, and sometimes no matter how good it looks, you cannot just empty that pass. You get your hand caught in the cookie jar. One more pass, you'd have fresh out of the oven, Jones, to continue that analogy.
Furman shooting 9 of 13. That is 69%, including 4 of 6 from 3. Tar Heels up 3, 25-22. 9:25 to go. 13 on the shot clock is Bothwell on the right wing. Drives all the way to the baseline. Kicks it back out to Slauson. They just left him alone, but he misses the 3. Baycott able to fight his way to the rebound through a couple of Paladins. Here comes R.J. Davis the other way, running the point for Carolina right now. Davis stops in the forecourt, dribbles to the top, still pounding the ball to the deck. He'll hand off to Walton on the right wing. Walton between the legs, passes to Manick, couldn't handle it, just fumbled the pass, and ended up tipping it into a Paladin's hand. Here comes Furman the other way. Slauson, boy, it looked like he took a couple steps as he was trailing the play. Passes off, gets it back. He'll send it to Hunter. Hunter's going to pull up for a long 2. That's off the mark. Nothing but white jerseys. Rebound belongs to Baycott. 25-22 Carolina. Davis dribbles all the way into the left corner, passes up the sideline to Harris. Middle of the floor, Baycott, now quickly on the right to Walton. Goes in the paint to Manick, and a foul. Good quick ball movement there by Carolina. The foul's on Heen, his second. That is now 6 fouls on Furman, so the next one will put Carolina into the bonus. Harris and Walton going to get a breather. Here come Love and Black. So Carolina has Love, Davis and Love there in the backcourt, along with Black, Manick, and Baycott, 5 on the floor. Here comes a new player, Ben Beaker, 6'9" junior from Hendersonville, into the game for the first time. He'll replace Heen for Furman. Heen has those 2 fouls. Inbounds right corner to Love. Ends up to Baycott. Back to Manick. Wide open triple. Book it.
Well, Manick, who struggled mightily. I think Jonesy was, 0 of 5 from behind the arc against Elon. And tonight just has shown that you can bounce right back.
Yeah, he was 0 of 6 actually from behind the arc, big fella, but knocks that one in to make it 28-22. Slauson has it on the left sideline, leaves it for Hunter. He's being hounded by Love. Now it goes to Bothwell. Bothwell has earned the assignment of Leaky Black. Ooh, and Black's going to be called for a foul. Bothwell lost his footing on the drive. It looked like he slipped, but Leaky's going to get charged for one anyway, as there was some physical defense involved as well. First foul on Black, third on the Tar Heels, so it'll be Furman basketball when action resumes. 7 minutes and 58 seconds to play in the first half. How about those two transfers? Garcia and Manick, each with 11. They have 22 of Carolina's 28 points. Heels up 6. This is Tar Heel basketball from Learfield.
The perfect tailgate. All you need are your friends and the 2021 Ford F-150 with the available Pro Power onboard. It's like a mobile generator to power your tailgate all game long. It's this tradition of toughness and innovation that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling truck 44 years straight and counting. Make your game day traditions bigger and better season after season. Check out the 2021 Ford F-150 at your Carolina Ford dealer. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year total sales.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Sometimes the holiday season is your busy season. You gotta get a tree, decorate the tree, stop your 8-year-old from climbing the tree, buy presents, wrap presents, return presents, hog tie some garland, hunt down those decorative pine cones, and take in the warm glow of red and green traffic lights. Mostly red. Why not drop a big bow box on it? Because with a sleigh full of boneless or bone-in chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, if it's Christmas time, it's bow time.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. This holiday, shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Good ball game, 28-22. Carolina against a very solid Furman team. Told you in the pregame, this is a really good Southern Conference opponent. They were picked second in the Southern Conference behind just Chattanooga. There's good basketball in the Southern Conference. That's where UNCG is, East Tennessee State. There are a lot of good teams in that conference, and Furman certainly falls into that category. They've been toe-to-toe with the Tar Heels thus far, 28-22. And Eric, toe-to-toe with the Tar Heels, you may go, oh, what's wrong? Carolina's playing pretty well. These are just two teams that are executing at a pretty high clip right now.
No, like we said, both teams have been very efficient, doing exactly what they do well. And so as Carolina comes out, I mean, now they've started to pick up the defense. You figured that long-distance shots, the percentages would eventually start to even out a little bit. But all these players are so skilled, if you leave them alone, I mean, we all kind of shuddered when Slauson was left on the outside. And Manick got switched off, ended up staying inside, not recovering out to Slauson to contest the shot, and he missed. We said, well, maybe we ought to try that from now on. It's just leave him alone. But what we've also seen is this Paladin team, although they play 4 guys 30 minutes plus, they rotate guys in and out for quick breathers, and we're seeing a lot of rotations. Looks like they're back out to their starting 5.
Yep, so Garrison is back out there. Conley Garrison along with Bothwell, Hunter. There is one reserve. Joe Anderson is in, along with Slauson. Carolina has its starting 5 out there. Davis, Love, Black, Garcia, and Baycott. Slauson back to the basket, step inside the arc left wing. Hands off to Bothwell. Switch has Baycott guarding him, so he'll give it right back to Slauson against Garcia. Slauson going hard to the left elbow, turns for a hook shot, no good. Baycott there to get the rebound for Carolina. Heels up 6 on the move. Cross-court pass right to left, Love to Black. He eases it back out to Davis to reset in the half court for Carolina. R.J. Davis up high to Garcia, top left, fires it overhead pass left corner to Black. Cross-court right corner to Love. Extra pass to Davis. And he's going to be called for a travel as he tried to make his move to the cup. I tell you, it was just good execution both sides. Good ball movement by Carolina, and Furman did a nice job recovering, not allowing the Heels a clean look. third turnover for Carolina. Furman has 2 thus far in the first 12-plus minutes. Still 28-22 Carolina. Bothwell, guarded by Garcia. He'll flip it high post to Slauson. Baycott checking him. Now to Hunter, the dangerous shooter from Raleigh. Back to Slauson. Extra pass goes left side to Bothwell. His 3 bricks badly off the left side of the rim. R.J. Davis cleans up the board. Sprints all the way down to the right corner. Runs into trouble there. Sends it up with a pass to Love. Now to Baycott. Hard into the paint. Can't finish. There's Garcia, and he puts it in. Boy, the Tar Heels feasting on the offensive glass tonight.
Well, the drive option was there for Baycott because of the quick rotation. You saw the deep drive by R.J. Davis, and then it got back out to the top of the key quickly.
Hunter with a quick 3 with Black in his face, and he drops it in. Man, he gets up so quickly with his shot. He just elevates so quickly. Carolina had briefly led by 8, matching its largest advantage. It's right back down to 5 after Hunter's third 3 of the half. Black to Garcia. He'll try and answer the triple off the back iron, and Furman able to save the rebound on the baseline. 6:07 to go first half. Heels have led by as many as 8, but Furman staying right in it with its hot shooting. Hunter on the drive. He's going to get the and one opportunity. R.J. Davis rotated over too late, and Hunter will have a chance for 3. Hunter with 13 first half points, and he can cut this deficit for the Paladins down to 2 if he knocks in the free throw. Hunter, he is from Raleigh, went to Leesville Road, all-time leading scorer and assist man there. 5th-year senior, taking advantage of that COVID year. You know he's ready for this game. Plus, he's good. Their leading scorer at 17.5 points per game. Knocks in the free throw. So he now has 14 in the half. And just like that, Furman is within 2 on a 6-0 run, all by Hunter. Love has it on the right sideline in the forecourt for Carolina. Dribbles to the middle, now back to the right to Leaky Black. Black going to pull up for the long 2-pointer. Tips off the rim, no good. Rebound lost out of bounds off Baycott. He was battling with a couple of Furman players and could not bring it home.
I think we're going to see, and we have seen it exhibited thus far, these little micro runs, Jones, and it's going to be a little bit of not being able to find the basket offensively, a little bit of defensive stops not working perfectly, and then you have the opposite. So we've seen both these teams kind of exhibit that push and pull.
So 30-28, Carolina's lead is down to 2. Furman still shooting 58% as a turnover. Garcia tipped it away. Here come the Tar Heels in transition. Davis, the circus shot won't go, but he will earn a couple of free throws.
I want to tell you something. That pass from Love at the onset of that break, when he grabbed that ball and sent that bounce pass to Caleb Love in stride with Hunter alongside of him, that was a really important but high degree of difficulty pass that was right on the money.
So Love to Davis on that push-ahead impressive bounce pass earns the foul on Joe Anderson, his second. And so 2 free throws coming for Davis, who has not scored tonight, and he still hasn't as the free throw rolls out. So Carolina now 4 of 6 at the line. Came in shooting 75% as a team. Late sub, J.P. Pegues is going to come in and replace Anderson with the 2 fouls. Pegues, a freshman from Nashville. Second free throw from R.J. Davis is good, and he's a good shooter from there at 87%. You figured he wouldn't miss 2. And he does get 1 of 2 to make it 31-28. Bothwell drives left of the lane, cut off, sends it out to Slauson. Slauson trying to back in against Garcia. Gets to the right side. Tough shot is good. Good defense that time, I thought, by Garcia.
Yeah, it's good defense. There's nothing you can do if you're going to keep being able to retreat. I mean, unless you're just strong enough that you can wall him off. But that one-on-one with that much space around him, you're in trouble.
Love, jab step back 3, tickles the twine.
You know, Caleb Love will do that sometimes, and it feels like a little bit of an oddity within the offense, but I think he's getting his rhythm, and he'll kind of crisscross and tick-tock out there, and then all of a sudden he's got his rhythm, and he elevates right into it.
34-30, Carolina's advantage is 4. Both teams shooting better than 50%. Pegues misses the long 2. Baycott
Number 7.
Yeah, strong arms the rebound, his 7th. Love hustled front side. Now he's going to ease up to the center jump circle. He has Hunter guarding him. Tried to get a Baycott screen. Wasn't a real clean one, so he passes off to Davis. His runner in the paint blocked. Pegues swatted it right back to him. Furman the other way. Slauson finds a trailing teammate. That's Garrison, who strips the net on the triple. Furman is 6 of 10 from three-point range here in the first half. And they're back within 1 at 34-33. R.J. Davis, foul, way out, away from the basket. Slauson just put both his hands on Davis. And Ron Gruber blew the whistle. First foul on Slauson, 8th on Furman. And so Davis will have a 1-and-1 when action resumes. Well, Carolina, 13 of 27 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, plus 10 in a rebounding advantage, and yet only up 1 because Furman is 59% from the floor, including 6 of 10 from three-point range. Tar Heels 34, Furman 33. R.J. Davis, a 1-and-1 when we return. This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Breakthrough Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across North and South Carolina, contact Breakthrough Physical Therapy today at www.breakthrough-pt.com to see a physical therapist. Breakthrough Physical Therapy, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics and trusted choice for keeping Tar Heel fans in the game.
Tar Heel fans, get ready for a winning season with a John Deere tractor package from Quality Equipment. You can't afford to lose on your home court, so we'll help you get the right package to win on your property and for the right price. So get quality done right before every UNC basketball tip-off and visit QualityEquip.com.
Minutes, 39 seconds to play first half. Carolina's led by as many as 8, but Furman shooting 6 of 10 from three-point range is within 1 on that North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. 34-33 the score. That scoreboard brought to you by North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what they do best. R.J. Davis will be at the line for a 1-and-1 when action resumes. So individual numbers, Garcia with 13, Manick has 11. They're the two Tar Heels in double figures. Meanwhile, for Furman, Alex Hunter, 14 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 3 of 3 from 3. Slauson has 10 points, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 3 from three-point range. For Garcia, it's the 5th time he's been in double figures. Manick, the 6th. On the other side, Hunter, already the 10th time in 11 games. He's been in double figures, and the same for Slauson, 10th time in 11 games. So it'll be Davis, Love, Black, Garcia, Baycott starting 5 for Carolina. Eric, 3:39 to go first half.
You know, I think when you look at Carolina's offense, what you see is that we've seen a little bit of a departure. We haven't been able to get it inside. We've had other avenues that have been opening up a little bit, but we're not able to get the ball inside. I think some of that has to do with the Furman pressure. I think also you look at how they're playing Carolina. You know, we saw the over-the-top pass into Baycott that worked well, but when you start fronting someone, it changes the optics, particularly from the outside. R.J. Davis uncharacteristically misses that free throw, Jones. As we said, he was just 1 of 2 prior to this last time at the stripe.
Yeah, he had been 20 of 23 on the season, but just 1 of 3 here tonight. Baycott gets switched up on Hunter, and he makes another 3. Baycott challenged the shot, but right now Hunter just cannot miss. So Furman, 5 of its last 6 from the field. They had an 8 of 8 run earlier, and they have their first lead at 36-34. Right now, the Heels just can't get a stop. Furman unconscious on its shooting. Love between the circles. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Love drifts to the middle of the floor. Crossover. Crossover again against Bothwell. Gets into the paint. Forces it up. No. Baycott tips it. It won't drop. Ball still being battled for. Garcia has it. Goes up, and he's fouled on the offensive putback opportunity.
Yeah, it may have been that was a clear out for Love in the middle of the floor, but I think what we saw was maybe a little bit of frustration of, okay, things are drying up, let me just go to create. And you saw how inefficient that decision was in that case and how efficient what they had been doing prior to. You look at the number of assists, it's worth bringing up. You know, this Furman team averages almost 18 and a half a game as the first free throw by Garcia uses all the rim but rolls out. Manick will come in for Baycott in between the first and second shots from the foul line for Garcia. But already, you look at Furman, they've assisted on 10 of their 13 made field goals. Carolina, 8 of their 13.
Second free throw goes. Carolina now just 6 of 10 at the free throw line. 36-35. So as Eric told you, Manick came in for Baycott at the only switch for the Tar Heels during that free throw. 2:37 to go. Hunter will try again. Online, but short from three-point range. His career high, by the way, Hunter is 25. He already has 17. 36-35. Furman with the lead. Carolina with the ball. R.J. Davis takes a peek to the bench. As he did so, Garrison swiped at the ball. Shot clock down to 15. Carolina's just now getting into its half-court offense. Davis over on the left wing to Love. Down low it goes to Garcia. Extra pass to Leaky Black for the two-handed flush.
Well, the double team came, and what's so important to do is what Garcia did, which is turn to the basket, see where that came from, and who's the cutter that's diving to the basket.
Tar Heel crowd trying to become a factor here tonight as the Heels up 1 against the hot shooting Furman team. Step back 3 from the corner. Good. Bothwell with Manick right in his face. Furman now 8 of 13 from three-point range and shooting 60% from the floor. 39-37. Good news is for Carolina, even with all that hot shooting, Heels are down just 2. Davis on the left wing, passes left corner to Black, and a foul in the post. Garcia's going to go to the line as he was wrestling down there with J.P. Pegues. First foul on Pegues, but 10th on Furman. So Garcia to the line for 2 shots.
This will be his 5th and 6th free throws. And he does have 2 shots indeed because we passed that 10 foul threshold. So Garcia will step up with an opportunity. He leads all attempts at the foul line. Paladins only 1 of 1, and the first one you heard go through.
So Furman averages making 12 three-pointers a game. So, I mean, they take and make a bunch. That's 5th in the nation, but they've already made 8 here in the first half on 13 attempts. 39-38, and now 39 apiece as Garcia makes both free throws. Garcia continues to have a stellar evening as he's now up to 16 points. Heels trying to get a stop. They've been rare for either team. Game tied at 39. Hunter dancing behind a screen, passes over to Slauson. He tries to go against Manick. His turnaround right of the lane, pops out. Manick protects the rebound. R.J. Davis sprints the other way. Sends it over to Manick. Extra pass in the corner left. Leaky Black. He'll ease it back up. Didn't want to take that 3. Carolina sets up in the half court. Still 15 on the shot clock as Love has to send it to Davis timeline to set up. Shot clock down to 10 now. Davis gets into the left corner. Dribbles to the left elbow. Loses his footing. Recovers. He's going to have to just fire up a triple and miss everything as Carolina just could not get anything going on that offensive possession. The Furman bench fired up on a quality defensive effort from the visitors.
Yeah, that's the thing that's standing out right now is the Furman defense is really intense. And you look at how we talked really early in the game about the pressure that was on the ball. Now that pressure is extended out. And so what do? You got to find ways to loosen that up. You drive the basketball, pitch back out, force the defense to move.
About a 6-second difference shot clock and game clock as Furman has the ball, 39-39. 16 on the game clock now. A step back three-pointer is off the back iron. Rebound is tipped and then saved on the baseline by Furman. Pegues will try a step-back three, no good. Garcia gets the rebound. I think Carolina wanted to take a timeout. Garcia didn't see it. He dribbles front court, but before he can take the timeout, the clock runs out. So a little confusion there. Hubert Davis was yelling for his team to take a timeout after the rebound. He can't take it when the ball is live. It has to be a player on the court, and the Tar Heels were unable to do so. So this game will head to halftime, all tied up. First time this season that Furman has been tied at the half. Second time in 3 games that Carolina has been tied at the half. The Heels were also knotted up with Georgia Tech at the break. So Furman shoots 54%, including 8 of 15 from 3. And they're tied up with the Tar Heels through 20 minutes, 39 apiece. This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
On the inside, a Honda is comfortable, technologically advanced, and loaded with next-gen features. But on the outside, a Honda is fuel-efficient, powerful, and stylish. Like the versatile HR-V, the 8-passenger Pilot, or a turbocharged Civic. No matter what kind of car you need, Honda has it. Because inside and outside, a Honda is the total package. Hurry, they're selling fast. Now at your Honda dealer of the Carolinas.
On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays. Unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continuing to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recalled devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccines, and November is Diabetes Month. Get 10% off diabetic socks for the month of November at Smith Drugs of Forest City.
Heels and Paladins match up for the first time since 1986, and again through 20 minutes of play, we are even at 39. We've got ultimate halftime highlights and stats to get to, but right now, a look at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Around the ACC, Louisville in control, leading Southeast Louisiana midway through the second half, 67-39. There are some other teams having a tough go of it tonight. Wake Forest down 36-23 to VMI with 3:20 left to go before the break, and with 2.5 to play before halftime. Clemson trailing Miami of Ohio 32-31. In the top 25, number 18 Tennessee up on South Carolina Upstate 51-24. Number 19 LSU leading Northwestern State 41-15. Those are the only two top 25 teams currently in action. Our score tied at 39 between Carolina and Furman. We've got your ultimate halftime highlights when we come back in just a moment from Learfield.
Catches it, the spin move, drop step to the baseline. Two-handed jam. Steps back for three. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it! And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Carolina is a great university because of its students. That's why the university set a goal to raise $1 billion for student support in the Campaign for Carolina. Thanks to generous donors, Carolina has raised more than 75% of that goal. There is only 1 year left to show the world that Tar Heels can accomplish bold goals together. Support scholarships at Carolina today by making a gift of any size at campaign.unc.edu. This is Carolina's commitment and your moment.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
BMW, we only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Carolina and Furman tied at 39 here at the half. This is the Wells Fargo halftime show. Let's get you those ultimate halftime highlights. The Tar Heels went to work inside early and often in this one. Armando Baycott, who's got 4 points in the game, got 2 here early.
Caleb Love, top of the key, goes right side to Davis, trying to dump it into Baycott. Nothing there, so he goes Garcia. Down low to Baycott. He caught it and finished all in one motion.
We'll stick with the front court theme. Brady Manick has 11 first-half points. He tried to get 3 the old-fashioned way right here.
Garcia gets the offensive rebound, leaves it for Black. Back to Garcia, dumps it in the post to Manick. He's fouled, and he hooks it home.
Manick putting the Tar Heels up 19-12. He wouldn't get the free throw to go, but he would get 3 on an upcoming possession to push the Tar Heel lead back up to 6.
Inbounds right corner to Love. Ends up to Baycott. Back to Manick. Wide open triple. Book it.
So Brady Manick catching fire midway through the first half and putting the Tar Heels up 6 at that point. This would be a one-possession game for the better part of the final minutes of the first half. Caleb Love, though, was able to stretch things out back to a 4-point lead for Carolina.
Love, jab step, step back 3, tickles the twine.
34-30 after the Love triple later on in the first half. Leaky Black got an easy one in close.
Davis over on the left wing to Love. Down low it goes to Garcia. Extra pass to Leaky Black for the two-handed clutch.
That was one of Carolina's better possessions, 37-36 on the Black dunk. Our score right now, 39-39 at the half. We'll pause and come back with a look at stats presented by the Campaign for Carolina, creating opportunities for more Tar Heels. Right now, though, as we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID on the Tar Heel Sports Network.
This is WCAB Rutherfordton, 590 AM, and now on FM at 100.9 FM.
Carolina 39, Furman 39. We are at the break and back to work after this from Learfield.
North Carolina's 26 electric cooperatives recognize the best classroom projects and the teachers who create them through the Bright Ideas Education Grant Program. These grants provide funding for creative projects in grades K through 12.
Congratulations to Bright Ideas grant winner Stacy Unger of Central Middle School in Gatesville. Her project, Teaching Ecology Using Terrariums, is sponsored by Roanoke Electric Cooperative based in Allender.
If you're a teacher with a bright idea, visit ncbrightideas.com.
Harris Teeter is partnered with UNC, NC State, Wake Forest, and Duke to bring you the Big Four Grocery Assist Sweepstakes. Each week a contestant is chosen, and they win $5 in free groceries for every assist by a Big Four school that week. Plus, one grand prize winner will be selected for the Big Four VIP shoot-around prize package. Invite up to 20 friends and family for a private scrimmage at the Big Four school of your choice. Visit harristeeter.com and look for the Grocery Assist Sweepstakes section to enter. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans love to shop.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
For all your pharmacy needs, choose the Medicine Box of Forest City. Pharmacist Sheila Sheehan provides excellent care and pharmacy assistance for Medicare prescription cards. The Medicine Box is your home medical equipment provider, offering wheelchairs, walkers, nebulizers, and diabetic supplies. They also will direct bill Medicare for all your home medical needs. Call 245-1696. The Medicine Box on Broadway in Forest City, your local hometown pharmacy. Curbside service is available.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
WCAB 39-39, Carolina and Furman tied at the half here in the Smith Center. Dave Nathan welcoming you back to the Wells Fargo halftime show. Let's get you those stats. Both teams shot it pretty well in the first 20 minutes. Carolina 14 of 30, that's 46.7%. The Paladins, though, 15 of 28, that's almost 54%. And Furman 8 of 15 from three-point land. The Tar Heels just 3 of 7, but making a living again at the stripe, connecting on 8 of 12. Furman only got to the line once and cashed in. On the boards, the Tar Heels plus 11, 21-10, and holding Furman to one shot essentially the entire half. Just one offensive rebound for the Paladins. Second chance opportunities, 13-0 in favor of Carolina. The Tar Heels, though, tied with Furman at the half here, 39 all. Both teams sharing the basketball. Furman 10 assists on 15 made baskets. The Tar Heels 9 assists on those 14 made field goals, and neither team really turning it over much, both with 3 giveaways in the game's first half. Individually, Dawson Garcia 16 points to lead the way for Carolina. Alex Hunter leading all scorers with 17. He's hit 4 or 5 from beyond the arc. The only other Tar Heel in double figures is Brady Manick, who has first half 11 points. Everybody else in the scoring column for Carolina, Caleb Love with 5, 4 for Armando Bacot, but 7 boards for the Tar Heel Jr., 2 points for Leaky Black, and 1 for R.J. Davis. Kerwin Walton and Anthony Harris have both played, but neither has scored. Our score at the end of the first half, it's Carolina 39 and Furman 39. That'll do it for the Wells Fargo halftime show, brought to you by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. We'll toss things back to Jones and Eric for the play-by-play of the second half when we come back to the Smith Center after this, tied at 39 from Learfield.
This is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. We know that due to COVID, many people don't want to come in the office. If you need to discuss your insurance needs or just make a payment, you can come through the drive-thru, telephone us, or drop in. We want to see you, but it doesn't have to be across from a desk. Insurance Service Associates, now located at 245 East Main Street in Forest City.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Hi, it's Jones Angel. Thanks for staying tuned to our friends here in Rutherford County. WCAB, Rutherfordton.
UNC Tar Heels basketball is on Valley Sports South, your home for ACC hoops.
Score the basket.
Be sure to catch some of the biggest ACC matchups of the season live as the Tar Heels clash with the best of the best in the ACC and across the country. From Tobacco Road and beyond, UNC hoops action on Valley Sports is nothing but net. On target. Watch or stream live on Valley Sports South and the Valley Sports app, your home for ACC basketball.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
$39 apiece going to the second half. How about these points per possession? Carolina averaged 1.0 points per possession in the first half. Furman at 1.26. Paladins had 39 points on 31 possessions, an astronomical number. And, Eric, that leads us to the trusted choice of the game, brought to you by the Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina, who want you to stay safe behind the wheel and put down your phone while driving so we can have a hands-free NC. To learn more, find an agent near you. Visit trustedchoice.com/GoHeels. Comes down to getting stops, and I know that's easier said than done. You don't leave that half necessarily feeling like Carolina was, giving up wide-open shots or wildly out of position, but at some point you got to get some stops and get the rebound and go score on the other side.
Well, and the incredible thing, there are some numbers and statistics here that are so lopsided. As an example, rebounds 21-10. Free throws, 12 attempts to just 1 by Furman. But you look at what Furman's doing, it has all to do with their defensive pressure, and they're just hot offense.
Yeah, last 6.5 minutes as Furman nearly turns it over. Bothwell falls to the ground. Baycott trying to tie him up, and it's going to be a 3-second violation as Bothwell had fallen to the ground to get that loose ball. So he and Baycott were kind of scratching for it, but the problem for Bothwell was he was in the paint while he was scratching for it, and so ended up getting the 3 seconds. Those last 6.5 minutes I was going to mention, Furman had 4 3-pointers plus a and one opportunity, so a chunk points there late in the half for the Paladins. Black, a long cross-court pass. R.J. Davis tiptoes to sideline to save it, sends it out to Love. Now to Leaky Black. He'll pass it in the right corner to Garcia. Shot clock at 10 as Garcia strips the net on the long 2 from the right elbow. Garcia continues, Eric, to play well. He has 18.
Yeah, we don't see him coming off the dribble very often into that little jump shot, but a little curl right there just outside of the elbow. Look good.
Furman has the ball right now, but they're really sagging off Leaky Black when Furman is on the defensive end. We'll see if that continues or not. As backdoor, Hunter able to get free from Love and lay it in. So Furman ties it right back up at 41. Baycott, top of the key, over to R.J. Davis, deep on the right wing, looking inside for Garcia. Instead goes up high to Black. He'll send it over to Davis. Gets it in the paint to Baycott. Jumps through a double team and throws it home. Baycott had just 4 in the first half. But he sends that one through with 2 hands and some authority. 43-41. It is Slauson who has it outside the arc on the left wing. He'll hand off to Garrison. Right back out to Slauson. His 3 is off the iron, no good. Caleb Love with the rebound. Long pitch ahead to Baycott, who was out in front of everybody, and he laid it in.
Well, remember early on, Carolina ran, and they were able to get ahead. You saw Dawson Garcia pick up a couple early where he was out in front of the Furman defense.
Hunter weaving through traffic, gets to the rim, blocked. Garcia and Baycott were both there. Leaky Black with the heels up 4. Black can't get deep, so he circles back out. Finds a trailing Love. 3-pointer off the mark. Baycott had a hand on the rebound. There's going to be a foul called on Furman, as I believe it was Bothwell who had Baycott hooked as he tried to leap up for the rebound. It is on Bothwell, his second. First on Furman this half. 17:47 to go in the second half in the Smith Center. Carolina by 4. Largest lead has been just 8. Both teams have played very well most of the evening. Davis center jump circle to Black. They leave him alone. He'll shoot it left corner. Give him 3. Leaky Black with the long jumper. 48-41. For Leaky, his first 3 of the season. They may check it at the next dead ball. Right now, Heels up 7. Spinning into the paint, Slauson gets the roll on the difficult shot. Tough move by Slauson, who has shown the propensity to finish at the rim. 48-43. That slows Carolina's momentum for a moment. Davis to Love on the right wing. Inside to Baycott. Gracious. It was like a wrestling match out there. Coleman Scott had his guys watch that one to see how to do it. As Baycott was being hooked in the paint
Well, they're almost saddling. The double team's almost coming even before Baycott gets the ball.
It was on Garrison, the foul, Eric, as he was there, as was Slauson.
Yeah, they're just sitting in his lap front and back because they know that that's an area where they're susceptible.
Long inbounds goes middle of the court to Baycott. He'll quickly get it to R.J. Davis deep on the left wing. Gets a screen from Baycott, kicks it out to Black. He's going to try another three. That one's good. All right, Leakey. 51-43. Timeout Furman. Leaky Black had made 3 of his last 28 three-pointers. He's knocked in 2 long ones here in the last few minutes. 51-43. Furman takes a timeout. It'll stretch to a full. Carolina has matched its largest lead of 8. This is Tar Heel basketball from Learfield.
Hey Carolina family, this is Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham. As official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, Wells Fargo understands being a Tar Heel means there's no off-season. With the Wells Fargo Tar Heels debit card, you can show off your Carolina pride no matter where you are. It's your colors, your team, your card. Visit wellsfargo.com and search Card Design Studio to learn more.
Copyright 2020 Wells Fargo Bank N.A. All rights reserved.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Great teams require a mix of solid fundamentals and that little something special. You'll find that winning combination with UNC basketball and at Refuel Markets. You can count on Refuel for those last-minute needs like snacks and drinks. And you'll also find our bean-to-cup coffees to turn an ordinary day into something special.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continuing to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid-19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith's Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith's Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recall devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccines. And November is Diabetes Month. Get 10% off diabetic socks for the month of November at Smith's Drugs of Forest City.
2 and a 3. So the score is now 50-43. Carolina by 7 with 16:50 to go in the second half. Those reviews are brought to you by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. A Honda is comfortable, loaded with next-gen features, fuel efficient, and powerful. They are selling fast, as most cars are these days. Visit the Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. Tar Heels have started hot, 5 of 6 from the field. Furman 2 of 4. Also, the Paladins have a turnover in there as well. So, Eric, bad news is one of Leakey's long jumpers changed to a 2. Good news is Tar Heels are up 7, 50-43 with 16:50 to go.
Best news is he just hit 2 long jumpers.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think, but look, the Paladins are doing they're going to come off of Leakey for the rest of the game. If Leakey Black hits every one of his shots, they'll be okay with that. They know that the percentages are in their favor to pull off of him, to sit in the lap of the guys that have beat them so far this game. And obviously, very close game. But in the first half, the way Carolina was able to build any kind of lead early was going inside into the paint. They're willing to take the risk, give up the percentages, and put the ball in the hands of somebody who's just has not been as proficient a shooter as others that Carolina has on their roster.
Marcus Foster and J.P. Pegues have come in for Furman. Carolina still has its starting 5 out on the court. Bothwell from behind a screen missed everything on the long 3. Baycott able to grab the rebound before it goes over the baseline. Heels go the other way, up 7, but Love turns it over, trying to get it to Baycott. Baycott blocks away the run-out attempt by Slauson. Here come the Heels the other way. Open 3, Davis is too strong. Baycott puts it up and in. Baycott with 10. Tar Heels with their largest lead of 9, 52-43. 16:08 to go, second half. Hunter crosses over, sends it out to Slauson. He'll try another three. It's no good. Rebound goes to Love, right of the lane. Love, tough bounce pass through traffic to Black in the left corner. Back out to Love. 23 on the shot clock as Love dribbles to the left wing. Down low to Baycott. He is working it down low.
Yeah, he's just doing a nice job of always rolling to the basket. And Caleb Love tonight, you look at what Love's done. He's got 3 assists to go along with his 1 of 6 shooting, so he's really trying to disperse the basketball. He's doing a heck of a job.
Back door, though, that time Foster able to get free. Pump fake had Baycott flying by, and he lays it in. So the Tar Heels briefly led by 11, which was the largest advantage of the game. It's back down to 9. Leaky Black picks up his dribble. He needs some help. Love's going to go to the center jump circle to get the pass. 15 on the shot clock. Davis drives baseline right, hangs in the air and banks it home. Fancy. R.J. Davis for 2.
Yeah, he really got inside on Pegues, and Pegues could not stop him as he made that. I don't know what hole he went through down low. It wasn't much of one.
Tar Heels by 11. Again, back door. This time Hunter able to get free. Caleb Love kind of frustratingly puts his hands up.
Well,
he's been beat back door a couple of times.
Yeah, he sure has. By Hunter.
Davis is crushed as he drives into the lane by Pegues. And the foul on Pegues is going to be his second and third on Furman this half. So the Tar Heels, in a tie game at halftime, have led by as many as 11 here in the second half. Carolina, 8 of 10 from the floor, have gotten the lead out to 9 currently. 14:45 to play, and the Heels will be inbounding when we return. So again, 14:45 to play, 56-47 Carolina. This is Tar Heel basketball from Learfield.
The MT1 Series tractor from LS is a powerhouse packed in a compact footprint, and it's now available with high-capacity loader attachment. This tractor loader package provides you everything you need to get the job done right. Visit your local dealer or check us out online at lstractorusa.com to experience the LS difference for yourself. Rules, restrictions, eligibility, and participation may apply.
From star athletes to super fans, UNC Health is dedicated to caring for champions of all kinds. For you, the latest advancements and our greatest expertise are always in play to deliver personalized care with the utmost compassion. It's the kind of care that keeps champions like you and your family in the game when it matters the most. See our lineup at unchealthcare.org/sports.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. You can't drive safely unless driving has your full attention. Any non-driving activity you engage in increases your risk of crashing. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
Tar Heels 56, Furman 47. 14:45 to play. Carolina's led by as many as 11 this half after the game was tied at the break. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is the official health insurance partner of Carolina Athletics, and it believes an inclusive community is a healthy community. They resolve to be, and we do too, to be a champion for women everywhere by supporting women's athletics to help empower our future leaders. Eric, good start to this half for Carolina. A lot of quality offense. Active defensively, although they have given up. Carolina has a couple of back doors here the last few possessions.
Yeah, they have, and I think that that's something that over the course of a game, Furman's going to beat you on a couple of those back doors. They're going to take advantage of all the interchanges, and we talked earlier about just how active their offense is. And you really have to be on your toes for that. And look, they're making you heightened awareness. Their shooters are making shots. You are on pins and needles if you're on defense, so you're trying to stay attached. You don't want to give up too much room, but the moment you get all the way tight on them, they're going to backdoor you. And then if that passer is in a position to get rid of the ball where the pressure is off a little bit, they're going to find it, and they're very, very skilled at that. So Carolina's had great success on the glass. Right now their rebounding lead is just incredible, 28-10 with 14:45 in the second half, Jones. I mean, That's an incredible number. We'll see if Carolina can continue to capitalize on the offensive glass.
Heels have still not subbed this half. They come out of the timeout with the same 5. Joe Anderson is in for Furman as the inbounds goes to Love. He drives right of the lane, got caught up, had to send it out to R.J. Davis, who dribbles to the middle of the floor. So 56-47, Carolina by 9 with the basketball. Largest lead has been 11. Shot clock down to 7. Davis will try a long 2 and strip the net.
I think the Paladins were in a zone that time, Jones.
We'll take a look next
possession, see if they stay in it.
Manick comes to the table, Eric, so Tar Heels will make their first sub of the next dead ball. Slauson back to the basket, couple steps ahead of the free throw line, dribbles to the left elbow, still back to the basket, passes over on the right wing to Anderson. R.J. Davis staying tight to him. Anderson dribbling around, sends it to Slauson, pump fake on the 3, goes in the corner left, Foster's 3 too strong, rebound on the baseline to Caleb Love. Head up as he comes front side. Heels have their largest lead of 11, looking to add to it. Whip it around the perimeter. Leaky Black almost lost the ball, able to recover. Gets it in the post to Baycott. Goes hard, goes up, can't finish. Garcia tips it, but it belongs to Furman. Boy, good move by Baycott. Just a rare miss from right there in front of the cup.
He almost just had too much momentum. He just couldn't harness it all. He just got a little bit past the rim before he was able to release it.
Garrison weaves through traffic, but his bounce pass to a cutting Foster goes off of Foster's leg and out of bounds, so a turnover. First sub of the half will be Garcia out and Manick in for the Tar Heels. 13:32 to go, second half. Carolina tying its largest advantage of 11 points at 58-47. R.J. Davis comes front side, crouching over as he comes to the Tar Heel forecourt. Hands off to Love. Love circles, attacks left of the lane, nothing there. Has to kick it to Leaky Black. Jab step for Leaky on the left baseline. On the left sideline. Bounce pass to R.J. Davis. 12 on the shot clock. And Davis, holy cow, like bumper cars there as he got elevated, and a hard foul on Slauson. Davis winced as he hit the ground, but he is up and trying to walk it off. I'll tell you, R.J. Davis, and we used this comparison a lot last year, reminds you so much of Joe Barry, just as far as his absolute lack of care for his body on the drive to the basket. And that one was a really hard collision with Slauson. Davis landed on his right hip after making that midair collision. He'll go to the free throw line, and you heard it go right through the heart of the net after a rare poor half shooting from the line for Davis, where he was 1 of 3 in the first half. He makes his first opportunity here.
You know, Jones, I think to your point about we're just seeing the first substitution with Manick coming in and replacing Garcia. And I think that because Carolina, when they made their first set of substitutions, second free throw also a rare miss by Davis, except for tonight. It's happened 3 times. We started losing the defensive foothold, and that's where Paladins really got things going.
Tough shot, a turnaround that was missed by Anderson. Really good, strong rebound by Baycott. And he will wait for traffic to clear, give it to Love. Love's got to get front court. He just did with 1 second before the 10-second violation. Baycott has a double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. Manick deep on the left wing. His entry pass intercepted by Slauson, but as he tried to save it, Baycott took it away, but Baycott going to be called for a foul as he shoved down Anderson, trying to get the saved basketball. The Carolina crowd not happy with the call, as the foul on Baycott, his second. Remember, he picked up an early one. That's only the 5th foul of the ball game called on Carolina. Second on Baycott. Tar Heels by 12. This is their largest lead, 59-47, 12:33 and counting in the second half. Keene back in. Passes over in the left corner where a 3 is missed. But Garrison, who missed the shot, goes down and gets his own rebound. So an offensive putback opportunity here for Furman. Keene has it again. He's trying to work patiently against Baycott in the post. His shot is blocked, but the rebound run down by Furman. Another opportunity. Garrison does not get the roll, and finally Carolina earns the possession. Love and Baycott chuckle as they battled one another for the rebound. Love ended up with it. 59-47. Love in heavy traffic, top of the key. Crouched over, kicks it out to Davis. Quick trigger triple off the back iron. Nothing but purple this time for the board. Heen able to secure it. Hunter whips it over to Garrison, right back to Hunter, top of the key. Overhead pass to Garrison at the left wing. Now high post, it goes to Heen. Heen hands off to Anderson. Tried to hit a bounce pass to Heen, and it went off the Tar Heel leg. Here comes Carolina the other way. Love can't find anybody in transition. Tried to get it to R.J. Davis. He and Heen try to go for the loose ball after the poor pass by Love, and it goes out off Davis. So the Tar Heels a little sloppy here in the last few possessions. That one in particular, they struggled in transition to get something quality after they got the turnover on the other end. So it'll belong to Furman when we return. 11:29 to go in the second half. Carolina does have its largest lead of 12, 59-47. This is Tar Heel basketball from Learfield.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to build a brighter future in the Tar Heel state through innovative energy programs that make the electric grid more efficient and sustainable. Plus, you're supporting local communities by empowering tomorrow's leaders. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's
there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
For all your pharmacy needs, choose the Medicine Box of Forest City. Pharmacist Sheila Sheehan provides excellent care and pharmacy assistance for Medicare prescription cards. The Medicine Box is your home medical equipment provider, offering wheelchairs, walkers, nebulizers, and diabetic supplies. They also will direct bill Medicare for all your home medical needs. Call 245-1696. The Medicine Box on Broadway in Forest City, your local hometown pharmacy. Curbside service is available.
The Heels make this season. Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank to help our neighbors in need this winter. Score to give more, presented by Food Lion, the official grocer of the ACC. Tar Heels tonight at the line, been pretty pedestrian. Carolina had been a really good free throw shooting team this year through the first 9 games. Heels were shooting 75% as a team. Tonight, though, just 9 of 14. That's 64%, including R.J. Davis, who is one of Carolina's better. In fact, he was their best free throw shooter percentage-wise coming into the night. He is just 2 of 5, though, at the stripe this evening. So Heels up 12, 11:29 to go in the second half. And, Eric, some numbers, some stats presented by the campaign for Carolina. Heels 9 of 13 this half. And one issue, though, has been some turnovers. Carolina already 3 turnovers this half after having 3 all of the first half.
Yeah, another number that is not to just drop everything that you just are trying to pull out of me and ignore you, but I am right now for a minute. I just want to if you look at the field goal percentage of our inside players, Baycott, Garcia, and Manick tonight are 17 of 24. That's an incredible percentage for this group. That's why we're seeing this Paladin team really focus on them so much.
Well, the Heels have needed it because Davis and Love, who have had great seasons to this point, are having a tough night shooting. They are just 3 of 14 from the field between the two of them. Anthony Harris has come in for Carolina as again a backdoor cut for Furman. Bothwell, and he's going to be fouled. Anthony Harris reaching in off the ball will earn the foul, and Bothwell, the best free throw shooter on Furman's team at nearly 80%, going to go to the line for 2. So it's Davis, Love, Harris, Manick, Baycott, the 5 on the floor. Caleb Love going to take the opportunity to come speak to Sean May quickly. It was Love who was guarding Bothwell and got beat backdoor, even though the foul was called on Harris for reaching in. Free throw by Bothwell's good to make it an 11-point game. Carolina 59, Furman 48 with 11:20 to go. Left-handed free throw by Bothwell is good. He hit nothing but right in the heart of both of those. He has 5, and Carolina's lead is 10, 59-49. Love in some trouble on the right sideline. A double team is there. He's able to fight out of it, pass up the sideline to Davis. Left wing Anthony Harris gets all the way to the cup. He knifed right to it and laid it home. Oh, what a quick move. Anthony Harris, you never have to worry about something happening fast when Anthony Harris is out there. As a nice drive to the cup. Heen on the hard drive from the top, cut off by Baycott. Tried to kick it to the sideline where Garrison was, but Love flashed in the passing lane and tipped it out of bounds. Yeah. 16 on the shot clock, Eric.
And, Jones, what you said about Anthony Harris, I think that's what we've been lacking. We've had drives, but they've been outside of the lane. Anthony Harris, whether it was due to size or just his ability to get into the gap, that's what you have to do against this Paladin defense to loosen them up. You've got to drive it and make the defense move.
Heels have matched their largest lead of 12. Bothwell, long pass into the left corner. Hunter, Harris right there on the catch. Hunter, couple of jab steps, forces up a tough three, no good. Long rebound will carry him out of bounds. Really nice defense there by Harris. He just would not bite on the fakes and the jabs by Hunter and eventually forced him into a tough shot, which came up short.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of this Paladin team that they would force a shot, but I think Hunter felt like he was in a position where maybe he would draw a foul. Plus, he's been really on fire tonight with his shooting.
Furman shot 54% in the first half. Quick trigger three from Manick is flat and short from the left wing. Furman with the rebound. Hunter the other way, able to dump it down to Slauson. Baycott able to recover, make the hook shot tough, and Slauson couldn't finish. Manick with the rebound. Here comes Carolina. 10:05 to play in the second half. Heels up 12, matching their largest lead. They work it around the perimeter. Love has it center of the court. Gets it down low to Baycott, and he throws it home with the right hand.
Yeah, I love that Baycott's going at the rim hard. He's trying to tear it down, and instead of trying to get up there and finesse it, which he has the ability to do, but he's really going at the rim, hoping to hit that contact and be able to finish for a potential three-point play.
Largest advantage for Carolina is now 14. Boy, a high arcing, spinning three-pointer is no good. And a rebound foul called on Slauson for Furman. It was Anderson who took that really funky-looking three from the left corner. And then Slauson picks up his third foul, fifth on Furman this half. So no free throws. So I was going to tell you a moment ago, Furman, of course, shot so well in the first half at 54%. They are struggling from the field this half, 4 of 17. And the big reason why those shots are challenged heavily by the Tar Heels. Love between the circles. Guarded by Anderson, lost his dribble, had his pocket picked, but recovers. Now he lobs it down to Manick. Extra pass to Baycott. Tried to go up and under and missed the shot. Hubert Davis frustrated that the Heels couldn't convert. Honestly, I think if Manick could do it again, as there's a hand check foul on Harris on the other side, if Manick could do it again, I think he'd just shoot it. He was trying to be unselfish, but ended up making it, I think, harder than it needed to be. Baycott is going to check out. Garcia comes in. Baycott will get a nice round of applause. 10 points this half, 14 for the game. So the foul on Harris is second, third on Carolina this half. Heels up 14, 63-49 with 9:10 to go in the second half. Slauson gets the inbound, guarded by Garcia at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, whips it backdoor to Garrison. R.J. Davis there on the catch. Out to Anderson. A long-distance three is good by Anderson. His first bucket of the ball game cuts Carolina's lead to 11. 63-52. We'll see how the Tar Heels manage without Baycott in there, as he has been such a force here in this half.
Well, they're back in the zone. Furman is.
Love deep on the left wing. 15 on the shot clock. Love going to penetrate, scoop it up. It won't crawl in, but there's Manick to put it in. Manick has done a really nice job on the offensive glass tonight. He has 13. Those were his first two of the second half. Hunter weaving through traffic, bounces to Slauson on the low left block, one-on-one with Garcia. Those two have been banging all night. Slauson, extra pass to Garrison, can't finish. Garcia cleans up the rebound. 8:14 to go. Carolina with the 13-point lead in the basketball. Davis dribbles to the center of the floor, now to Love. Extra pass, right corner to Manick. Tries to whip it down to Garcia. Couldn't handle the pass, and as Garcia went for the loose ball, he's going to be called for a foul. His second, fourth on Carolina.
You know, Jones, I don't think that they were in a zone. As I think back on that possession, I think everybody was just looking at a bit in a concerted effort, but Anderson, who's the smallest player on the floor for Furman, would have been playing the middle of that 2-3, and that did not happen, so erase that.
So that turnover now is 7 on Carolina, 4 this half. Manick has 3 of them. And in comes Leaky Black. Out goes Caleb Love. So an interesting substitution here. Carolina's going to have Davis, Harris, Black, Manick, and Garcia as the 5 on the floor. 7:57 to go second half. Heels up 13. Largest lead has been 14. And another foul called on Carolina on Garcia again as he was guarding Slauson at the free throw line. Slauson kind of swung low with the basketball and earned the foul on Garcia. So that's now 5 on Carolina this half, including a bunch, it feels like, here in a row. It will send the game to a full timeout. 7:55 to go second half. Carolina 65, Furman 52. Paladins inbounding after this. The Star Hill basketball from Learfield.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
For any surface in every season, there's a Continental tire that delivers superior performance. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sports to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Catches it, the spin move, drop step to the baseline. Two-handed jam.
Steps back for 3. Nailed it from way downtown.
Drives the lane, kaboom, count it, and gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan with game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard reads Tar Heels 65, Paladins 52 with 7:55 to play. Largest lead for Carolina after this game was tied at halftime has been 14 in the second half, currently 13. And Furman will have the basketball. Let's take a look at some of these stats presented by the campaign for Carolina, creating opportunities for more Tar Heels. 3 Heels in double figures. Garcia has 18 to go along with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Armando Baycott, a double-double, 14 points and 12 rebounds. Baycott, his 6th double-double of the season. 10 of those 14 points have come in the second half. Brady Manick, 13 points as well to go along with 5 rebounds. Alex Hunter, the leading scorer for either team. He's pacing the Paladins with 21 and 12 for Jalen Swanson. Second half shooting, Heels 12 of 19. Furman just 5 of 19. And that is why the Tar Heels have been able to stretch this out to a double-digit lead. Carolina's going to come out of the timeout with the same 5. That's Davis, Harris, Black, Manick, Garcia. Eric, 7:55 to go second half. Heels up 13.
One of the things that Carolina's had success with is when they can get the pace up, they've had good success. And the reason being that we've talked a lot about how Furman's defense, when it's set, even if it's in transition, but it's not a hard transition that ends up taking the ball deep and forcing them to contract, they set up and they're really good. So trying to see, as much as Carolina has dominated the glass, trying to get that pace back up where they want it.
Manick kicks the inbounds, and good thing for the Tar Heels that he did. Bothwell had found himself free under the rim, but Manick kicked the inbound, so Furman will have to reset it. Anderson, the man throwing the inbounds, gets it all the way in the right corner to Garrison. Now in the post to Slauson. One-on-one with Garcia. Garcia's got 3 fouls now, and eventually Slauson works around him but misses the shot. Manick looked like he was on a surfboard about to lose his balance on the baseline, but saved the rebound to R.J. Davis. Davis around a hard screen, whips it right wing to Manick. Down low to Garcia. Oh, he had a great look, but he missed the hook shot. Well, he was right there. I think he was maybe a little confused as to where he was, because when he spun, he missed it pretty badly off the left rim, despite the fact he was right in front of the cup. Bothwell for Furman on the other side. Penetrates, sends it out to Slauson. Doesn't take the three, instead hands off to Anderson. He drives right to the lane, pitches in the corner where a three-pointer is missed, and Garcia soars in for the board. 7:05 to go, Carolina by 13. R.J. Davis around the perimeter. Crossover now to Anthony Harris. Harris drives hard to the free throw line, eases up, goes hard again, misses the layup. Boy, had a good look. Couple of good looks on these last two possessions by Carolina. Transition three, no good. Rebound tip once, twice. Who's going to end up with it? Manick saves it on the baseline, but in doing so, he just sends it in to the Tar Heel forecourt where Furman goes to get it. There was not a Carolina player there. Manick just threw it as far as he could. Anderson back to a trailing Slauson, right over to Anderson. His three off the left side of the rim. Leaky Black way up in the air. One hands the rebounds. We have seen him do that a couple of times this season. Some really impressive athletic boards. Carolina now in the half court up 13. R.J. Davis cradling the ball on his left hip. Passes right wing to Garcia. He bends over, now passes up high to Manick. Extra pass goes left wing to Leaky Black, to Anthony Harris. Right side to Davis. Gets it in the post to Manick. Manick floats it up and missed the shot. Boy, Carolina's had point-blank shots last three possessions and unable to get any of them to go. 5:55 to play. 65-52. Hubert Davis goes to the bench. Here comes Baycott. He'll check in at the next dead ball. Hunter in the center jump circle, guarded by Davis. Shot clock down to 10. High post pass to Bothwell. Bothwell facing up. Now he'll dribble with the left hand. 5 on the shot clock. Guarded by Manick. His step back three. Nothing but backboard. And Garcia with the rebound. Hubert Davis going to call out the offense. R.J. Davis will run it for the Heels. 5:23 to go. This is not the most offensively gifted five that Carolina has.
Baycott's at the scorer's table, as you said, trying to get it.
And it's a turnip. Garcia just lost the dribble, and Furman out of there with it. Turns into a run out on the baseline, pitch into the left corner where a three is missed. Garcia with the rebound. Boy, R.J. Davis hitting the Jets, gets it ahead to Leaky Black, who finger rolls it home. R.J. Davis made that happen with the way he pushed it, and Leaky able to finish. Black now with 9 to go along with 4 rebounds. That breaks a long streak as neither team could find the cup. 67-52, largest lead for Carolina. Bothwell trying to drive on Leaky Black. Gets into the paint, lost the basketball. Black took it away. More good defense from the senior. He'll bring it front side on his own angle dribble. And now wants everybody to clear out. Carolina will give it to R.J. Davis at the timeline. He looks to the Tar Heel bench. Didn't get the call at first. Now he has it. Hands off to Leaky Black. One-handed pass to Anthony Harris. 12 on the shot clock. Heels up 15. Harris, bounce pass to Garcia. Cutting to the rim. Can't get it to go. But I believe a Paladin grabbed the net as the ball was hanging on the rim. And so that basket is going to count for Dawson Garcia as the ball was rolling on the iron and somebody grabbed the net and tugged the rim down.
Yeah, that was really nice of him because I think it was coming off the far side as he pulled down the rim. Saw it on replay, and it was not going in, but it was up there, so it technically is goaltending.
I think Carolina may have taken a timeout. We're going to a break in the action. 4:09 to play. 69-52. Carolina with the advantage of 17, its largest of the game. Not sure if either team was credited with that timeout. We'll just have to see when we come back. So Heels up 17 for Garcia, by the way. That's now 20. Third time this year that he's had 20. We need to take a break. Heels up 17. This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Take on the season with a holiday classic like a peppermint mocha signature latte or a rich and creamy toasted white chocolate signature latte. Bold, smooth Dunkin' espresso and holiday flavors come together. Classic notes of mocha balanced with cooling peppermint or flavors of white chocolate topped with caramel and cinnamon sugar for a touch of holiday magic that will help you seize the season. Sit through the holidays with signature lattes from Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Hi, this is Jones Angel, voice of the Tar Heels, and this is WCAB, the most sports for the Foothills.
52, Carolina with the 17-point lead, 4:09 to go in the Smith Center. That timeout was called by Carolina before the full timeout, so the Heels have 2 remaining, as does Furman. Each team's been whistled for 5 fouls in this half. Possession arrow belongs to the Tar Heels. Couple of stats that we want to give you. R.J. Davis, season high 7 assists tonight for Davis to go along with 6 points. He hadn't shot it well, just 2 of 8, but those 7 assists, just one off his career high as well. He had 8 in an early season game at Iowa last season. Also, the stark difference in the shooting in the second half. Furman, 54% in the first half, just 5 of 20 this half, and one of its last 16 from three-point range after starting the game 8 of 13. And then finally, Carolina has 18 assists on 28 field goals. That's a pretty solid number, but 6 of the 10 field goals that Carolina has that have not been assisted on have been offensive putbacks. So that basically means, Eric, that 4 field goals that Carolina has all night that aren't offensive putbacks, only 4 haven't been assisted on.
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible number, and I think that this, it just goes to show you how important ball movement is. Really highlights that, especially against a team that's got a good defense like Furman.
So Tar Heels up 17, but Furman can certainly shoot their way back in, but Hunter misses that quick 3. Garcia, another rebound. He's had a really good night. That's 10 boards for him. A double-double, a 2010 double-double, in fact. His first double-double this year, 4th of his career, as Love flies into the paint and hits the push shot. Love has been quiet offensively, but played a solid game. He now has 7. Tar Heels by 19, trying to pull away from Furman. Slauson didn't take a wide-open 3. Now he gets it back. He will take it this time, and it doesn't go. The crowd gives him the raspberry for that, as he had hit a couple early, but has struggled to convert from outside the arc since then.
Yeah, they've really gone stone cold.
Yep, Furman, one of its last 18 from the field, one of its last 17 from 3 in total. Carolina has everybody spread out, trying to milk some clock with the 19-point lead. 7 on the shot clock. Love has it out deep on the right sideline. Left-handed dribble, gets to the left wing. Step back 3, gracious me. Caleb Love with 10, that was a tough one. Heels up 22. Hunter has Garcia switched on him. Eases up to the timeline. 2:44 to go. Carolina back in action as a quick 3 is taken and made. That's by Alex Williams. He knocks one in from straight away. 74-55. Tar Heels back in action. Big one Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern time, as they go against UCLA in Las Vegas. The Bruins ranked number 4 in the nation right now. 74-55, though, here with 2:20 to go. Love cradling the ball on his left hip. 10 on the shot clock. Love gets to the middle of the floor. Backs up for another long 3. It was online. He knew it, but it was too strong as Furman pushes it ahead. Oh, Love thought he had an interception, but he slipped and fell, and it turned out to a run out for Bothwell. Carolina again taking its time, now up 17. Briefly led by 22, but Furman has scored 5 straight. R.J. Davis, he lost his footing a bit as he eases back up. Hubert Davis screams, keep moving, to his offense. Davis backs up to the timeline on the right sideline. 8 on the shot clock. Davis gets to the right baseline, out to Baycott. He's going to try the triple off the back iron. Baycott 0 of 2 now on the season, 0 of 3 in his career. And whistle. I think Furman's taking a timeout. So Furman takes a timeout with 90 seconds left. 74-57 the score. And I think both teams kind of staring at each other to see if they're going to empty the bench or not. With Carolina up 17. We'll wait and see. So, as I was saying, Carolina-UCLA coming up on Saturday. The Heels have had a couple of these big non-conference matchups against Power 5 opponents. Of course, lost in a tight one to Purdue. Did not play as well as they wanted against Tennessee, and then had a great performance here in the Smith Center against Michigan. So another big opportunity against UCLA. That's part of that CBS Sports Classic, which is in Vegas this year. It'll be Carolina and UCLA in the first game, followed by Kentucky and Ohio State. So that is a noon tip-off out on the West Coast in Vegas, but it's a 3 o'clock Eastern time tip here on the East Coast. And both teams keeping in their regulars, so nobody blinks here as far as going to a sub, although Robert Swanson, a 5'10 senior from Myrtle Beach, has checked in. And now as Furman inbounds it, Carolina does send Dunn, Stiles, McCoy, Walton, and Harris to the scores table. So not exactly the end of the bench as Bothwell gets free for the layup down low. And Carolina's lead is now 15 at 74-59. Furman has scored 7 straight. See if Carolina takes a timeout just to sub here. Doesn't look like they're going to. 17 on the shot clock, R.J. Davis. One-on-one with the reserve Swanson. Davis gets caught in a double team, recovers, kicks it out to Garcia. His flat 3 is no good. Swanson with the rebound. So it's down to a 15-point Tar Heel lead, and transition 3 won't go. Big rebound by Leaky Black. He'll wait for traffic to clear, and now let's see. Carolina is going to take a timeout to sub with 37 seconds left. Tell you, Leaky Black, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and assists. Quality play tonight. He'll exit along with Garcia, who had the team high 20, along with 10 boards. Baycott, a double-double, 14 and 12. Love, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 10 points. So the Heels have Harris, Walton, McCoy, Dunn, and Stiles, the 5 on the floor. Furman will answer as well. They'll bring in some subs. Rhett Lister, James Repass, also Jalen Pugh, Ben Beaker, and who else? Swanson stays out there for Furman. So 33 seconds left. Carolina up by 15. They led by 22 before this late run for Furman. Dunn, he's not going to waste any time. Pulls up from the right elbow, no good. Stiles crashing the glass, can't get there, but then McCoy ties up the rebound. He's going to be called for a foul, though, as he was fighting with James Repass. For McCoy, obviously his first foul as he's in his first action, but it's just the 6th on the Heels, so no free throws.
Yeah, make no mistake, this win tonight for Carolina is about defense. It's about controlling the board. In the second half, the boards have been with them all game, but they really started clamping down on the shooters, contesting shots, limiting to 1 shot, and it made a huge difference.
5 seconds left as Repass able to get to the basket and get a bucket. Carolina will inbound to Anthony Harris, who runs out the clock. So this game tied at halftime. Tar Heels dominate half number 2. They lead it by 22 points in the final minutes. Once the bench is cleared, Furman able to make the final score look a little closer at 74-61, but an impressive second 20 minutes for the Tar Heels earns them a quality non-conference win. Carolina improves to 8-2 on the season with the trip out to Vegas to see UCLA coming up next. Furman falls to 7-4. They'll have another opportunity on the road against a Power 5 opponent as they travel to Starkville, Mississippi. Garrison Brooks, now a member of Mississippi State, and that's who Furman will see next. Tar Heels blow open a tight game in the second half and win it 74-61, the final in the Smith Center tonight. Heels now 8-2 on the year. Carolina wins by 13. Don't go anywhere. A lot to do on the Coke Zero Sugar post-game report. We'll talk to Coach Davis, a player, stats, scores, and more. Heels win it by 13 from Learfield.
The perfect tailgate. All you need are your friends and the 2021 Ford F-150 with the available Pro Power onboard. It's like a mobile generator to power your tailgate all game long. It's this tradition of toughness and innovation that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling truck 44 years straight and counting. Make your game day traditions bigger and better season after season. Check out the 2021 Ford F-150 at your Carolina Ford dealer. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year total sales.
Every basketball fan knows that playing at home is an advantage. But when you're ready for a home, the competition can be fierce. A verified approval letter from Rocket Mortgage can help. It tells sellers that your offer is good, helping your bid compete with cash buyers and giving you an edge in the home buying market. So when your finances need a home court advantage, Rocket can. Get started at RocketMortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information and appraisal title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and consumer.org number 3030.
For any surface and every season, there's a Continental tire that delivers superior performance. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT, Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continuing to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
It's that time again, time to get the flu vaccines. And Smith Drugs in Forest City has the flu vaccinations available. Walk-ins Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. And Smith Drug is asking all their Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers to call if you need any help with registering your recall devices. Just call the Home Medical Department for any help or with questions at 828-245-4591. And Smith Drugs has the Moderna and Pfizer initial shots and the boosters. They also have the flu vaccines. And November is Diabetes Month. Get 10% off diabetic socks for the month of November at Smith Drugs of Forest City.
This is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. We know that due to COVID, many people don't want to come in the office. If you need to discuss your insurance needs or just make a payment, you can come through the drive-thru, telephone us, or drop in. We want to see you, but it doesn't have to be across from a desk. Insurance Service Associates, now located at 245 East Main Street in Forest City.
74-61, Carolina prevails over Furman. Dave Nathan welcoming you into the Coke Zero Sugar post-game report. As the Smith Center empties, Carolina's win column continues to grow here as the Tar Heels win for the 8th time this season. Furman falls for the 4th time this year, 74-61. We'll have comments from Coach Davis coming up in the Continental Tire Coaches Corner. Jones and Eric will also give you their thoughts. Adam Lucas potentially catches up with a player, but right now, let's get you up to speed on the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. The other final from the ACC tonight, Louisville 86, Southeast Louisiana 60. 3 other games in progress. Wake Forest leading VMI 73-70 with under 90 seconds to play. Clemson up on Miami of Ohio, 87-74 with under a minute to go. And approaching the half in Durham, number 2 Duke leads South Carolina State 60-27. Meanwhile, over in the top 25, 14th ranked Houston leads Louisiana 41-23 at the break. Texas Tech with a 45-28 advantage on Arkansas State. Tennessee blitzes South Carolina Upstate 96-52. That's a final, as is this one, LSU 89, Northwestern State 49. That'll do it for your look at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Our final score, Carolina 74, Furman 61. Let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID on the Tar Heel Sports Network.
best classic oldies are heard here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
As a part of your game day activities, make sure you don't get behind the wheel. There are more ways than ever to get home safely. Call a friend, a cab, take a bus, or app your ride. Carolina wins for the 5th time in a row. It's a 74-61 final over Furman. We've got more of the Coke Zero Sugar postgame report after this from Learfield.
Hey Carolina family, this is Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham. As official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, Wells Fargo understands being a Tar Heel means there's no off-season. With the Wells Fargo Tar Heels debit card, you can show off your Carolina pride no matter where you are. It's your colors, your team, your card. Visit wellsfargo.com and search Card Design Studio to learn more.
Copyright 2020 Wells Fargo Bank N.A. All rights reserved. This is Jones Angel, voice of the Tar Heels. And as a parent, I know nothing is more important than the safety of our children. More than 22% of teen-involved crashes per year in North Carolina are the result of distracted driving. Help protect our teenage drivers by ensuring they practice safe driving habits and avoid distracted driving. Always encourage your teens to put down the phone while driving and lead by example. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
From star athletes to super fans, UNC Health is dedicated to caring for champions of all kinds. For you, the latest advancements and our greatest expertise are always in play to deliver personalized care with the utmost compassion. It's the kind of care that keeps champions like you and your family in the game when it matters the most. See our lineup at unchealthcare.org/sports.
Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Tuesday night in Chapel Hill. Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. It's a good thing, too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. Geico.com, easy. This one was anything but easy for the Tar Heels, especially in the first 20 minutes. This was a 39-all game at the break, but Carolina came out of the halftime locker room on fire and put some distance between itself and Furman really before the first media timeout of the second half. Carolina in the first half scored on 12 of its first 14 possessions, but Furman hit 8 shots in a row to stay within 3. The second half, though, was a different story. Carolina scored on 9 of its first 10 possessions, outscored Furman 19-8 during that stretch, and it was, a lot easier after that, but Furman, give the Paladins credit. They've got themselves a ball club and gave the Tar Heels everything they wanted for the first 20 minutes of tonight's game. To run through some of the stats, brought to you by the Campaign for Carolina. Carolina shoots 30 of 60 from the floor for an even 50%. Only 5 of 16 from three-point land, but 9 of 14 at the stripe. The Tar Heels clobber Furman on the glass, 44-25. Assist on 18 of 30 made baskets does Carolina. and only turned it over 8 times. That's a good number en route to the 74-61 win. Furman, by contrast, 24 of 60 shooting in the ball game, and when you go 15 of 28 in the first half, there's really only one place to go, and Furman went there. 9 of 32, that's 28% in the second stanza. And again, after the 8 of 15 showing from three-point land in the first half for Furman, the Paladins go 2 of their last 20 from three-point land to finish 10 of 33. Furman 3 of 3 at the line, 18 assists on 24 made baskets, only 7 turnovers for the Paladins. Alex Hunter led the way with 21. Slauson had 12. No other Furman player was in double figures. Bothwell, he averaged double figures coming in. He only had 9 tonight on 3 of 10 shooting. Carolina got 4 in double figures, 2 with double-doubles. Dawson Garcia, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Armando Bacot, 14 points and 12 boards. Caleb Love into double figures despite going 3 of 10 from the floor, has 10 points and 4 assists. The other Tar Heel in double figures was Brady Manick. He was 6 of 9 from the floor for 13 points and 6 rebounds. Carolina gets 9 points from Leaky Black to go with 5 rebounds, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists for R.J. Davis. Kerwin Walton, along with Dontrez Styles, DeMarco Dunn, and Justin McCoy, who got in late, all played, did not score. Anthony Harris, the only other Tar Heel in the scoring column, with 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. The Tar Heels plus 6 in points off turnovers, 44-26 in points in the paint, 19-0 in second chance opportunities, and 9-7 on the break. It adds up to a 74-61 win for Carolina. We'll bring Eric Montross into the broadcast after a quick timeout. The Tar Heels beat the Paladins by 13 from Learfield.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
If you want the nation's best auto insurer, look no further than North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Rated #1 in Crash Network's Insurer Report Card. We're the only insurer in the nation to receive an A+ rating from auto body shops in 2020 and 2021. Our philosophy is simple. Be fair, be quick, be the best. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
The MT1 Series tractor from LS is a powerhouse packed in a compact footprint, and it's now available with high-capacity loader attachment. This tractor loader package provides you everything you need to get the job done right. Visit your local dealer or check us out online at lstractorusa.com to experience the LS difference for yourself. Rules, restrictions, eligibility, and participation may apply.
This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching The Grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays. Unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
For all your pharmacy needs, choose the Medicine Box of Forest City. Pharmacist Sheila Sheehan provides excellent care and pharmacy assistance for Medicare prescription cards. The Medicine Box is your home medical equipment provider offering wheelchairs, walkers, nebulizers, and diabetic supplies. They also will direct bill Medicare for all your home medical needs. Call 245-1696. The Medicine Box on Broadway in Forest City, your local hometown pharmacy. Curbside service is available.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, If you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Kelly Clarkson, and as the daughter of a school teacher, I know just how important education is. No matter how old you are or your situation, continuing to learn will enrich your life and help remove barriers you didn't even know were there. So much opportunity, y'all. Whether it's a foreign language, history, or a different way to look at things, take some time each day to learn something new. This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Food Line is the official grocer of the ACC. Not quite the advantage at the stripe the Tar Heels had against Elon, connecting on 27 of 35, but still Carolina attempting, making 3 times as many shots as Furman attempted in the 13-point win. All right, let's get to Eric Montross before Jones speaks with Coach Davis in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. And, big fella, this was a fight through the first 20 minutes. Game was tied at 39 at the half. First 4 or 5 minutes of the second half was really where this game split. And from where you saw things go from there, what was it that Carolina did so much differently out of the halftime locker room?
Well, I think a couple things, and not all of it was – I mean, a lot of it was Carolina. There were some adjustments. Let's start with what Furman adjusted on. You know, in the first half, Carolina had 13 second-chance points. In the second half, Furman limited them to only 6. But then the big shift was when Carolina started pushing pace. They increased their pace. They had double the fast break points that they did in the first half. Free throws, they continued to get to the foul line. Carolina shot 14 times. They were 9 of 14. Furman only got to the foul line 3 times. Now, you think about a lot of their shots were perimeter, but they still were on the attack. But Carolina did a pretty good job of keeping them away from being in compromised situations. But then the big story is just the shooting numbers. I mean, you look at what Carolina did. In the first half, Carolina was 46%. Probably some of this is repetitive. I know you've gone through some stats, so pardon me for that. But in the second half, Carolina shoots 53.3%. They only go 2 of 9 from deep, but they start just making it at a much higher rate. And you take and you add to that that the Paladins go 9 of 32, 28%. They go 2 of 18 from behind the arc. Those numbers were just insurmountable for Furman.
You're right. Some of it was repetitive, but you make it sound good, which is why we have to do some of these things twice.
Well, I can read.
The final score reads Carolina 74 and Furman 61. Dawson Garcia with 20 points and 10 rebounds, one of 2 Tar Heels again with a double-double, 14 and 12 for Armando Bacot. Both of those 2 bigs played big. Both went 7 of 12 from the floor, and Jones is standing by right now with the victorious head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis.
Yep, inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner after the Tar Heels topple Furman 74-61. Carolina led by 22 in the final minutes. Furman did make a little push there at the end to get it to 13. Coach, Paladins shoot 54% in the first half, 28% in the second half. What was the big difference defensively?
Well, we were locked in defensively. We had a defensive mindset. One of the things that we talked about before the game is that we had 4 straight games where we have held teams under 63 points. That hadn't happened since the 2011-2012 season. That's pretty good. And I said, let's go for 5. Didn't look that way at halftime, but Furman is a very good basketball team. They've got a number of guys that can really shoot the basketball and make plays on the offensive end, and they were in a really good rhythm. And in the second half, I just thought our guys did a much better job at, with the exception of letting them go back door. I thought we did a really good job of contesting their threes. They didn't have any open looks, not even in transition, coming off down screens. We did a better job of our matchups, and I'm so proud of them. Their effort on the defensive end in the second half was fantastic, and then offensively we were able to get in a little bit of rhythm, and I'm just really proud of them. You mentioned the last game where we had, RJ and Caleb, they had, 1 assist and 7 turnovers. Tonight they had 11 assists combined and only 3 turnovers. They were fantastic tonight, and I'm really, really proud of them.
You talked about when we talked in pregame about the importance of using your size, and Carolina out-rebounds Furman 44-25, 19-0, second chance point advantage. Dawson felt like you did that effectively.
We did. There were three areas we wanted to use our size. One, be able to score down on the paint. I thought we were able to do that. We were able to get second chance opportunities. I really felt like we had an advantage on the offensive glass, and so we were able to do that as well. The only thing that we really didn't do is get to the free throw line like we usually do. And so, but when we got there, we made our free throws. But our bigs really established us on the offensive end, their ability to get low position and be able to score. Dawson started off hot. He got us going. He hit that three, but his energy and his effort running the floor, offensive rebounds, finishing around the basket, I really feel like his start on the offensive end really put us in a good position for us, especially on the offensive end.
Coach, just wanted to mention Leaky Black. Leaky's been playing a ton of minutes for you and has done